let's get down to business. Here we go. Tonight, I'm not gonna play music, but we're gonna listen to some Sleepycast. So that's gonna be fun. Yes, probably gonna keep your attention better than I will.
It's gonna be dank there.
It's gonna be very dank in my room with all the rain coming in. Alright.
This is a Sleepycast Lost episode.
Suicide Cooking Fun Time.
Featuring
Psychic Pebbles, Johnny Utah,
and
Spaz Kid. My name is Captain Dickhead. Later in the show, I share my recipe for roasted human breasts and potatoes in PP sauce. Stay tuned.
Let's get on to the real meat potatoes, Jeff. Something's been peeping you.
The real meat potatoes?
Something's been really peeping Jeff. Jeff calls me every day.
Great.
He just says, I'm peeved.
When we talk about like meat and potatoes, like the term meat and potatoes, I never really figured potatoes like go with like a meat product. It's like
you do like a baked potato and a steak.
What planet do you live on? Everybody lives on
a baked potato and a steak, or mashed potatoes and turkey, or
it's
usually
meat
potatoes.
Yeah, meat or cut up potatoes and a chicken. Meat potatoes.
But they're not things like they go together, yes, but they're not things like
potato is like the biggest
pot or like butter and bread. Like it's like
I mean, you could argue it's like the biggest side dish.
Every time we go to Outback Steakhouse, it's always like we like a potato.
Mashed potato or baked potato.
It's kind of like norm though to get like a potato product with your main dish. So it's like baked potato or French fries.
Potato. Yeah, well that's what I mean. Like potato is the biggest side dish for meat, besides like vegetables. But those are fucking. Who gets it?
Dude,
maybe.
Vegetables?
Do you like potatoes?
Dude, hear this guy talking dishing on vegetables?
Vegetables could be okay.
I love vegetables.
Me too.
I have frozen vegetables in the freezer. Then I do I cook them.
Dude, frozen vegetables?
I make them.
What are you getting fucking school lunches early today?
Damn,
dude.
Corey's better today, dude.
I grilled asparagus earlier today.
I have asparagus in my fridge. I'm gonna cook it tonight. Fuck you, Jeff.
I actually wanted to.
Jeff. Is that doubt? Is my asparagus making abilities?
No, we'll see. We should have asparagus.
Let's have an asparagus.
What do you think about zucchini? What do you think about
loser has to die.
Can you smell? Do you have bad smelling piss when you eat asparagus? Do you smell it?
Yeah, apparently it's not good for you. It makes your piss rancid.
It does.
It makes your sperm taste rancid too. I don't know about that, but I've been told.
It does too. Yeah.
It makes you like
what?
To smell your pee through your dick. Like actually, like it's that strong. What? It's like when you piss, it has that after like.
I think it's
I'm not sure what chemical process. I have to look this up on Wikipedia why your piss smells, but it definitely is terrible. It definitely noticeably.
There's a couple things, right? People say but then there's also things that make it smell better. Like people say pineapple makes your sperm.
Dude, it's strong. Like it smells like fucking. It's as strong as like paint thinner.
Do you think guys are there really considerate guys out there that are thinking, well, I better make my cum taste better?
if you know you're
this
gonna
is
be
a great conversation already.
But that also requires like fucking planning.
No time whatsoever.
Is a girl gonna be eating that much of it? She's just like, well, it's like a full meal. It better taste.
Yeah. I guess you gotta stock up. I don't know, yeah, but like I said, it also have to require that you would know you're going to get a blowjob later.
Are you talking about
you have to plan it.
The idea that if I eat asparagus, this is going to ruin the smell of my...
No, well, that or like a guy's looking... Not even not eating something bad, but like purposely eating something good to make it enhance the taste. So like eating a pineapple.
I'd like to see a study on that.
I think it's a load of bullshit. But hey, I could be totally wrong because I'm not a scientist.
Alright, we'll see.
I'm not a sperm scientist.
Apparently, like eating, what is it, like mussels or something, increases like the... it's like oysters, makes you... It has like the kind of stuff that puts off the things that make you, a little horny. When you
pheromones or whatever?
Yeah, pheromones. Yeah. Like they eating that kind of stuff can make you get you in the mood.
If you eat an oyster, you get horny?
So hey guys, if you want to treat your lady right, eat a fucking thing of nasty old slimy oysters and you can get her in the sack before you know it.
Corey devours plates of
mussels. Oh, dude,
I was wondering why, Corey. You know what? I always wanted to fuck you. Now I know why.
There's a problem with mussels though that I have. Like you can get good mussels, then you can get the kind of mussels where it's like
chewy.
You kind of feel bad that you're eating it because it's still very. I don't mind eating a mussel if it's like a pea pod, like it's tiny.
You almost feel like you're eating full.
Yeah,
eating
like
the full
when I open
organism.
something up and it's like I'm fucking
It's like a whole live animal.
Yeah, like I'm prying open.
Yeah, you're like ripping open its jaws.
Yeah, like I feel like it's like fucking shattering ligaments inside of its body, and then I see it's like still there and it's still beating hard. I'm just like,
That thunder, yeah, you can hear
It's
that.
the most traumatizing thing you can do ever to an animal.
Yeah, you have to fucking break its
It
jaws.
sure
It's
is
horrible.
raining.
Just like ripping its roof off and eating it.
Yeah.
I have a question about eating in general. I've been questioning this lately. There's a certain like I don't know. You almost call it like a manliness to eating certain things a certain way.
Okay,
That's a big thunder.
Well, all right. Let's say using examples like steak, chicken
Steak's
wing,
manly.
chicken. Well, not. Hold on a second. There's like, let's say steak, chicken wings, and fish and things. What do you think about eating? What do you think of people like Corey and Mick who polish? It doesn't matter what's attached to the steak. Like
we'll get it to the bone like a
any
dog.
gristle, any kind of fat, any kind of
Look,
then tendons, ligaments. Like they just eat it all. They don't care.
I think it comes down.
I'm a bit picky when it comes to that.
I am too. I don't think that's wrong. I mean, look, fat and stuff. Like if I get like a piece of steak fat or something, or whatever. I'm not the kind of guy who's getting down to the bone. I'll eat the good parts. I might even eat a little bit over the good parts. I might eat something that's a little gross.
I think it's how you were raised. Like for me, I was raised more in a sense where when I got a steak or when I got a chicken wings, I usually got like 4 or 6 of them, and that's all I would get. So I would make do with what I had, and I kind of. Through the process of that, I would end up eating all of it so I could get more.
At the same time, though, there becomes a point where, like I said, maybe I'll eat like a little bit of the gross stuff just so I feel like, okay, at least I'm whatever.
There's still meat on every part of that. Like, there's still meat on the
but the ratio
cartilage.
goes up at that point. It's like 80% fucking cartilage and like 20% meat.
But it's still meat. Like, it's like when you eat it. The only thing I won't do, though, is that when you get like those crab legs, those like things that still have the arms and stuff connected to it, I won't eat the like open fucking pore that like the leg is connected to.
Oh, the big yellow part?
Yeah, because it looks like they fucking dipped it in the toilet and then threw it in the fucking buffet section.
What do you think of tendons? When you go to like when we go to the pho place, the Vietnamese place, and they have a pho bowl and they pack it with tendon. It's like their most quote unquote most popular dish.
What's tendon?
It's like the shit between it's like you're in between your bones basically.
Do we eat that? Is that what I get in my spicy?
Well, it looks like gelatinous but kind of chewy. It's almost like
strings.
They call them almost like natural bodily gummy bears in a way.
Ew, dude.
But it's gross. I think it's gross.
I'm not a fan of it.
I know what you're
think it's a
talking
cultural
about,
thing.
I'm not a.
But they throw in huge chunks of it into the pho.
I'm not a fan of a lot of fat. Like for instance, when you eat a steak, there's kind of like a point where there's just too much fat. Like if half the fucking steak looks like it's like if on a scale it's just like here's 30% meat and the other half is fat. That's disgusting. I can only, but if it's like if you cook steak, a medium rare steak, and like the top corners are a little juicy, like fat.
A little bit of fat. I'll eat a little bit of fat. Like if it's a little, like if it's like a tiny piece.
Well, it's different too because like with chicken, it's like the first thing I want to eat is like the fattening fucking like skin on the outside and stuff.
Here's a controversial statement.
What do you mean the skin on the outside?
Like on a chicken, a rotisserie chicken, the skin is always like has the best like
thing inside. Let's get racist.
All right, let's get racist.
Why do black people?
Oh, here we go.
Like their steaks well done.
Is this a joke
or
is this a real question?
No, I'm serious.
That's a real.
Why do they go to Outback Steakhouse and they're like, I want a well done steak?
Do they?
And they ruin it. Yeah.
I've never paid attention to them.
Well, Jeff, they want something as black and dark and charred.
There's no more pink inside.
Yeah, is that what it is? It's like charred.
They're like I don't want to be too themselves.
Charred, dark inside.
They're dark, crusted over beating hearts. Desire more of it.
They need more dark, crusty.
I think people who like well done and how as they call it blue steaks or
that's nasty.
I think the best thing is like medium.
I ate
if
rare.
it's too pink, I feel sick. If it's too
I like medium rare.
Medium rare is alright.
Medium rare is kind of like
that. Depends who you go with. I've had a medium steak that's been really fucking black, and I've had medium steaks that have been really red.
Yeah, they're not very good. They're not very good at the consistency.
No, it's very off. That's why I pick medium because it's like a nice. There's a little bit of room for error.
Yeah, that's true.
One way or the other.
Yeah, that's true.
You can never really go wrong with a medium rare steak because you have the it's still a little juicy and it still cuts really well.
Can't even hear the rain now.
I will say.
Yeah.
I will say this is one very weird thing that occurs at Outback is
Wonder Mood.
Generally, I was raised that pork you always kind of want pork to be
Right.
pretty well cooked. Mm-hmm. But at Outback, they ask you how you want your pork cut done or steak. They're like, would you like it rare? Would you like it well done? And it seems like there's at other restaurants they don't even ask you. They just kind of bring it out.
There's a protocol. There's like a certain,
there's like a certain level where pork. There's like pretty much a good
universal level to cook pork. Yeah.
Yes. But at Outback, they
it seems to throw you up because I've been with you. Your eyes widely. You see me terrified, like a deer in headlights.
I cut into this pork the one time, and it was like raw and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that. It was fucking.
I'm like, it's gross.
You need like a threshold of exactly like if you know what a pork is like. It should just be like natural, like because it's like when a pork is cooked when it's white.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because that's juicy but white.
Exactly.
We go to that other restaurant, that Brick House we go to.
Yeah.
And you ask for pork chops. They cook it perfectly. They're like, this is how it should always be cooked.
Oh yeah.
It's juicy, but it's white inside. It's perfect.
It's really good. At our school we used to have a thing every Wednesday called like Chicken Patty Day. Mm-hmm. It was because you always have like special days like Pizza Day and all that. And you would get a chicken patty, and I would say 9 times out of 10 it would be pink in the center. So you would just eat around it and hope you didn't get fucking.
Oh, you leave a little nugget at the end of it, just throw it away?
It's like just like a pink center, and the outside is white. So you would eat around it and hope you didn't fucking eat the middle.
Jesus Christ!
Controversial statement. Are people that don't eat meat, are they huge pussies?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If
well,
you threw a steak fucking shattered in dust.
The thing is, they always look they're all malnourished and fucking like.
You push them over,
they look
break
leathery.
all 40 bones in their body.
They're like all yellow, like I'm healthy, blah. You can see their bones and their tendons and shit. Looks like they stumbled out of fucking Auschwitz, and they're saying they're healthy. They're criticizing me for chowing on a big fucking steak and throwing football, dude. I don't get it.
I saw a little mini document. It was like a little news report on a woman who was raising her kid. She's an ultra vegan. The kid was he looked like he was like a white kid right out of Africa. He was emaciated.
So his stomach was sunk down and his head was inflated.
The kid was like 12, but he had the height of like a 5-year-old.
For Christ's sake, the extremes are those people who like give their babies like no nourishment. They're like, oh, he's a vegan, and the babies die. They just die.
I feel like. It's like
we're animals. We need.
It's like, no, he needs to eat breast milk. Shove a raw carrot down his throat.
That's something I don't understand.
They feed their babies like carrots and soy milk.
Look, vegetarians are a little more tolerable than vegans or whatever, but. Do whatever you want, but
fucking vegans.
What are the arguments? Like the biggest one that I hear, if you just say I don't like the taste of meat, that's fine. Yeah. But the people who are like making a statement about it, I don't think that's the right way to go about
people
it.
People who say like I don't eat meat because of what goes the process of killing and eating meat. And
I'm not a fan of that either. I don't like to see videos of like
someone
fucking taking a brick and smashing a cow in the head. It's not nice, but
I don't want to see someone like fucking just openly kill something in front of me and then hand it to me and be like, "Do you want this?" And be like, I actually don't. But if you prepared that later and then I was like didn't remember this, I kind of got my brain clear to this, I would still eat it.
My point is like nobody likes the way animals. Do I wish they were treated better? Yeah, I mean obviously, but
you said something like the person like vegans they don't do anything with heads and they don't eat the products from animals too, like milk and stuff.
Yeah,
and there's an argument where it's like, oh, you don't drink like breast milk and stuff. You don't drink like this. It's like, well, milks go through like a process of being fertilized, or is that what it is? Like it's like able to drink, pasteurized. Yeah.
It's not that it's more drinkable. Well, they pretty much make sure it's safer to drink.
Yeah, exactly.
You can drink it raw, but if you don't know where it's coming from, it might.
I just don't understand that. If anything, if you're eating something if you're eating milk from a cow, like I don't understand how that is like.
Well, I think it falls. It probably falls in line with their same argument with eating meat, which is basically I don't like the way that animals are treated. I'm assuming that's what they're.
They like making up rules. A lot of people like eating food.
Yeah, no, it's like a religion kind of thing. It's like it's different kind of Christians just make up their own shit.
I like eating like
vegan seems like
because, like why? Well. Because they don't make.
They're not cute.
They don't have cute
They're not
faces.
cute. They have no lips or eyebrows.
They can't look like they're in pain. Yeah, you can chop their head off and their expression doesn't change.
No, they're just disgusting, floppy.
Vegan sounds like the ultimate challenge. Like waking up in the morning and being like, okay, so all right, I'm gonna be a vegan today, and just realizing just what I cannot have if I go to the supermarket.
Speaking of eating stuff,
right then and there.
I've been on a sort of a diet since last Saturday, and I haven't eaten anything in between just lunch and dinner, and especially no sweets.
Is like I don't like you could be whatever the fuck you want.
It's going pretty well, but dear Lord,
You know, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
real
other stuff going
fucking
on in the
hungry
world, and
sometimes.
yeah, I wish animals were treated better, but at the same time, I'm a human being.
And
we
it
big
is
fucking
hard to
brains and
resist
power
sweets.
to require meat.
Listen,
But hey,
we just have.
hopefully I can get
we're
my.
just gonna be cruel
You know,
to each
I'm
other.
I'm
It's
not
just the way it is.
overweight or
Someone
anything.
vegan, fucking
It's
grab
just
one of those big
a
old
bit
meaty
higher than I
steaks
would
and
like.
just fucking rip it and hit
I
them with
think I'm
fucking blade.
74 right now,
The chick walking to the restaurant,
and I would like
she's
to be
"My baby was
60
murdered." And she
something,
goes to the streets
65
rolling
or
the speech, and
67 or
she's
something.
eating steaks, and she's like, her name is Snow. Every time you eat an egg or eat a drink milk or eat a steak, you remember her name, Snow.
Yeah,
And she
she's been
leaves.
locked
People are
up.
like, people keep eating. I don't know how people like that aren't heckled.
Listen, progress in this world is made on murder. Murdering,
It's made on Tumblr reblogs.
murdering and destroying your opponents.
Look, the strong survive, Jeff.
It's all it is. You know,
We were
just get
smarter
over
than
it.
we took it and we started cutting
It's a
up
dog eat
pieces.
dog world.
All our ancestors were killed their enemies better than they killed them. So we exist
Because we're
because
smarter and better at it.
yeah.
And now we can do it on a huge scale.
All our ancestors were basically Conan the Barbarian, and they won, and their opponents lost.
Even our
That's why we're
ancestors.
here.
Yeah.
They ate the meats of the components.
So we're just winners. We're just naturally winners.
I mean, if you we are. We won. We're at the top of the food chain.
Yeah, that's right.
We're the cream of the crop. We're the
Cream of the crop.
Jeff,
jeez.
what's your favorite meal to cook?
I like, well, you know, I think I like, my favorite meal to cook, I like stir frying. I like stir frying vegetables and, various meats and stuff like that. I wish I had a grill. I need a grill.
I'm gonna buy a George Foreman soon.
I have a George Foreman. It's
You mean like
really
a real
only,
grill?
you have to be careful with that. It's really only good for cooking.
Obviously, but my point is, it's also hard to find like a place for a grill.
Yeah.
Cause you're in an apartment too. Where the
Yeah.
fuck you gonna have a? You can't grill in your living room.
I could put one out. I have room for one outside if I wanted, but
Okay.
My favorite thing to cook is macaroni and corn with butter and seasoning.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Macaroni and corn and butter
With seasoning.
Wow.
The macaroni on the corn. or
Whoa,
to the
Jeff! Don't get
side?
ahead of yourself here.
That's.
Don't get ahead of
But I don't want
yourself.
to burn it.
I would like to see. You know what? I would like to
see a corn cookie show.
put Corey in the kitchen, give him a bunch of ingredients, and just see what happens.
I would put it all in a bowl and mix it up and put it in the
Fucking
microwave.
steak and like a raw chicken, eggs.
Just-
I've been trying to cook more.
That's what I would do. You know what? All right, it's real scenario.
Yeah.
So it's like you're a chef, okay?
Yeah.
And then I'm someone cooking. So you're a 5-time champion chef. So you're like Jeff Gordon, whatever his name is.
Jeff Gordon.
Flash Gordon, you idiot.
Jeff Gordon's the NASCAR
Don't,
driver.
don't,
yes.
don't even.
You're Jeff Gordon, the 5-time champion food critic.
Right. Okay. All
So
right.
I make you go in there and you're like, so you say something like, I want you to make me the best dish. You have 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I want it.
Iron Chef.
Yeah. So it's Iron Chef, and I have a
Iron
fucking
Chef
kitchen
Corey.
as far as the eye can see. I have so many fridges with so many meats and so
Yeah, but
many
you have everything. You can, in the whole world, you have everything.
Wait, Zach. What? Basically, let's treat this like Iron Chef. Let's say Corey, you have all the ingredients in the world.
Yeah.
But you have a secret ingredient that you have to use in every dish.
Okay.
What do you think the best secret ingredient would be for
For Corey?
I got it. No, I got it. I'll tell you
Wait.
afterwards.
Let's say, all right, your secret ingredient is hedgehog.
No, I was gonna say spit.
Spit. That's the Corey.
Corey.
Okay.
We need, this is serious. This is serious business, Corey.
I am serious. Hedgehog. That's okay.
We need.
There has to
hedgehog
be.
with power
There
wings?
has to be.
No, it's regular
No,
hedgehog.
Corey. That's just stupid, Corey.
Would you make?
You have to have a hedgehog head floating in every dish.
Would you make?
Hidden somewhere.
My main event is Old Bay with A1 sauce.
You can make hedgehog ice cream.
Old
They made weird
Corey,
stuff.
the rule is you have to put the hedgehog head at least in once in
All right,
every
my
dish.
Hedgehog pancakes.
My
Yeah.
special ingredient.
Blueberry hedgehog pancakes.
I don't want
With rings of syrup.
I don't want to hedgehog.
Rings.
What is
yeah.
this
Real
dumb
shit.
shit you are listening to, bro?
The strawberries could be
Sleepy
little shoes
cabin,
with little red
bro.
shoes.
Anything.
Listen, we're
anything.
all tired of everything.
Dude.
We're all tired of people and their
Okay.
fucking memes.
I do the Iron Chef thing, but I'll
All
tell
right,
you my
no-
special ingredient.
All right, what's your special ingredient?
You'll see.
No, you have to
No,
tell.
you have to. Corey.
How does that work? You get the ingredient, and then you have to make like 5 dishes.
Love.
Yes.
Why do you have to be so difficult?
Just, I want you to be a
Spit,
chef,
love.
and I want to tell you, like I'm gonna
No,
be
it
like,
has to be a tangible ingredient.
passion fruit.
All right, fine,
Passion
do
fruit,
it.
yes.
Give me 5 dishes of passion fruit. Go.
All right, so I go back there, and the first thing I do is
have 1 hour.
put everything into a bowl,
What everything? You mean all the everything?
Yeah. I don't even take the wrappers out. So you're watching me, checking me out, see what I'm doing.
You know, most things are wrapped, so it's literally just you like a psycho with wrapped food and stirring it around with a spoon.
Plastic's getting caught in the spoon, but I don't care. I'm mixing it. I get the egg beater out. It fucking shit's going everywhere. I kiss it, throw it into the fucking microwave.
What ingredient? What other
Corey,
ingredients?
what are you putting in this? What kind of spices?
All of it.
What? No, what? What spices?
Paprika, germaine.
You've never used paprika in your life, Corey. What are you talking about? You don't even own paprika. What are you talking about?
So anyways, the dish comes out. You have these 5 dishes. They look like swamp monsters, fucking go bloop, bloop, like fucking inflating and popping.
Would you make your food look like little faces and stuff?
Would you be autistic with it? Would you be?
Yeah, like I would doll one up like a snowman and like put carrot sticks and stuff. And I give it to you. I give it to you as the chef, and I'm like, tell me what you think.
I have a question. I have a serious question about Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't mean to bring it up again.
Anyway, go on.
What is the consensus on? Is his name Dr. Eggman or Dr. Robotnik?
It's Dr. Eggman now.
What is the
Dr. Robotnik is what all the old men call him. Us younger kids.
He's known as Eggman in Japan.
Oh, so it's a cultural. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, never mind.
I thought it was his
And now
nickname.
it just stuck because it's easier to say.
Now it's just Eggman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robotnik is
No
stupid.
more Robotnik.
Yeah.
No.
I like Dr. Robotnik.
No, he's an Eggman now,
The
dude.
mystery is solved.
It's all
He's
right,
an egg.
Eggman is just such a worse name.
I guess it was like.
Of course,
Because
he's
you know
Dr.
how like
Eggman theme
Rockman,
song.
like Mega Man is Rockman, and just like the direct translations of it, like Pokemon, like
Pocket Monsters.
Pikachu or something is just like
Electric Mouse.
Electric Mouse, yeah.
What is his goal again? Is it just to capture innocent animals so they can
It's to be-
control
it's
his
to be the
robot
best.
army?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
He captures
Ash Ketchum or...
no.
No,
Robotnik.
Eggman.
It's it's like roboticizing. It's like they take animals and they also take the anthropomorphic versions of them and turn them into robots so that he can.
Does
be
he
a
want
part
to turn
of the
Sonic
army.
into an animal?
Yeah, he wants to turn him into a robot.
I mean, yeah, robot.
See, it would be more fun. It would be better if instead of when you beat the stage and you beat the robots and all the animals run away and they're free, they stumbled out of the machines and they were all kind of
Fucking had wires
fucked up.
and they
Yeah, they're just
attached to
like
their
They're like
eyes.
Darth
crawling
Vader
up.
outside the suit. Yeah, they have like no limbs and
So
they're,
you
they're
save,
all
so you
shaved.
save the fucking penguin, and it had like it had just
Its
like all
brains
these
just
metal
exposed.
parts and
lobotomized,
shit.
Yeah.
all these lobotomized animals.
I think
Its
that
eyes
would be
are
hard to
gouged
do in like 16-bit graphics to really show. I mean, if you wanted to see something of that variety, there's this really fun, really scary thing called Sonic.exe. It has a very morbid scene where
Corey, you're scared me just hearing.
Is that like
hearing
adult? Is
talk
that
about
adult
this.
Sonic?
It's gonna be chills. No, it's
Has
No.
anybody done like adult Sonic yet?
What do you
Like
mean,
an
like
edgy, dark.
like he's smoking weed?
I actually remember.
I mean, you know, like how people will but draw Link as like a old man with a like as a Conan type character. Like I don't know.
Oh, do you mean like the dark?
Not a
edgy
cute version. Maybe like in a darker, edgy.
Do you mean like when he got his hand cut off in the official Wukos relaunch?
The what?
Listen,
Corey, you can't leave that in.
The what?
hint for the future. Are you talking about it? Okay. So let's say
I regret
I made
bringing
a
this up.
series where he gets his hand cut off, but he unlocks his secret power.
Sonic.
No, Zelda.
Oh.
You mean Link?
Link. Same.
Oh, we're talking about Link now. All right. Yeah. Okay. He gets his hand cut off like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Does he get a robot hand or does he get like a magic hand?
No, he has his hand cut off. He
What
unlocks
is
his-
his- replaced with?
What replaces it? Is it just air?
Is it
Does
like
he not
is it
get
like
it-
Ash from the Evil Dead? He gets the Master
Yeah,
Sword
just-
attached to
Does
his
he just
Thumb.
stick it into his
Yeah.
fucking his open artery?
That would not be very
Practical.
practical because you know it really depends on your wrist movement to swing a sword. If it's just like
Just
sticking
be
out of
you.
your arm, it's just
Yeah,
like
yeah. You'd have to really.
He would just
If you got fucking
put a
like.
knife out and
tennis
blow his
elbow, too,
thumb,
you can
shoot the
really-
blood
Yeah.
out of him.
maybe there's like a master chainsaw. You could never mind.
So, anyways, I give you your 5 food dishes.
Yeah.
So you're a chef, so you have to tell me what you think of it. So go ahead.
You haven't
tell
told me what a single one is though.
You just said you put stuff in. You
Have you seen,
named paprika.
Wait, have you seen Iron Chef?
No.
Here's the premise. They give you a secret, like the guy will go upstage. He'll pull like the curtain off this table, and it's like eel or a fruit or some kind of meat, and then you have to make 5 dishes.
Okay.
Like
With
let's
the
say
specific-
let's say you got apples. You can make like apple pancakes, apple ice cream,
Apple pie.
apple pie. You know, you could make some kind of
passion
meat
fruit.
dish with apple. on
Okay.
So you have like.
All right, I see.
Corey,
But
you're so
so
deep.
you
the
have a
special
pie?
ingredient. The ingredient has to be very.
You have a pie with passion fruit. You have a casserole with
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Passion fruit.
Right.
You have a milkshake looking thing with passion fruit.
So you're just making regular stuff and putting
and you
passion
have
fruit
just a
inside of it.
plate of just stuff with passion fruit inside of it. Then I give it to you.
All right. I'm gonna be all three Iron Chef judges.
Okay.
Judging you on all the criteria.
Okay.
Let's see.
As for originality, 1 out of 5.
You get more? That's pretty high.
Presentation, 1 out of 5. Taste, 2 out of 5.
Wine meal. Come on.
Because it tastes a lot like passion fruit because there's no other ingredients in these dishes.
Did you
Corey
taste-
just gave us 5 passion fruit and called them different things.
Did you taste the wrapper though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and there were candy.
A guy backstage choked in the
I found candy wrappers in your passion fruit ice cream for some reason.
I found McDonald's receipts all crumpled up in the
Those
pocket.
are-
I found pocket lids and fucking floating pennies.
The McDonald's
I
receipts
did-
floating in the passion fruit soup or something.
I dropped those Swisher Sweets into the
The what?
thing backs. That's what the candy.
You're feeling
wrappers are.
sassy.
I dropped it into there. I'm sorry. Did you tried everything? Did you try the milkshake?
Yeah, it tasted like water and passion fruit.
Did you know?
Yeah, I heard what you said. It's a milkshake at all. I think you just called it a milkshake.
Yeah.
That's the only.
Actually, you know what? Milk. Corey took a glass of milk and shook it. He's like, "This is a milkshake."
But I did put passion fruit in it.
You did do that. That's
You
for sure.
didn't blend it. It's just
No, there's
chunks
just whole-
of passion fruit floating in milk.
All right. So do I get to go to the next round?
That's it. You lost.
You lost.
The Iron Chef beat you. Sorry. The end.
Wait,
Corey, what would you name your restaurant if you
My
had a
restaurant?
Yeah.
Gourmet de Florme.
What?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Gourmet
Corey?
de forme.
Gourmet deform, yeah.
That's kind of a
Gourmet
good
de
name,
Florme.
actually.
Deform.
What
De
is that?
Florme.
Deform.
Is that
De
French?
Florme. De Florme.
Is that French?
Gourmet de Florme.
What does it say? What does it stand for?
Florme.
What does it stand for?
I don't know.
You're making a French and hopefully no one calls you out on it. There's gonna be one guy who walks past me like, that's nonsense. It means shoelace, dude. It's fucking nonsense.
It's like gourmet
honestly-
shoelace. Smart guy, get out.
It's a good bullshit name. It doesn't really. Oh
So,
shit! Hold on.
So you come to Gourmet de Florme. You bring your wife. You bring your kids. You bring your 6 dogs. You bring your 14 adopted children. You bring your.
What's the special dessert at Deform?
Okay, so I bring you to my restaurant. I sit you down. I'm like,
You sit me down. You personally.
our special today
Yes, sir.
is filet mignon with a new special sauce, all the way from Bombay.
Is it A1, sir?
No, it's all the way from Bombay.
Yeah, what is it though? What's the sauce?
I'm not telling
Listen,
you.
bozo. I'm not eating your special sauce. What is it, bozo? I got my wife and kids here. I want to feed them well. They want to know what it is.
Oh, it's beetle.
Don't get smart with me, son.
It's dark beetle stomachs
Dark beetle stomachs.
mashed into delicious.
Okay, we're leaving. We're
paste
leaving.
from
Come on, honey.
Bombay.
Let's go. This man's a fucking lunatic. And by the way, your French is phony.
You haven't.
I know French. You liar.
Dude,
You fraud.
You haven't even tried our special ice cream.
Look, we have a customer here.
Jesus Christ.
Customer
All
Jeff
right, Jeff,
walks
you
in.
come in. You want a big meat. You're craving meat.
Honey,
Yeah.
honey, I
It's-
found this place
It's,
online. It's
it's
really good.
Easter, so nothing's open on the national Christmas Christian holiday.
Lots of open.
No, not in this. Not
Look,
the
I'm
town
Jeff's
you moved
wife,
to.
all right? I'm
You
Jeff's
moved to
wife.
somewhere in Ohio. They're all celebrating this, and you really want a fucking steak. So you come to Gourmet de Florme.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then you come in and you're craving. So you.
Honey, this place looks really good.
Oh, I have to tell you what I want. I don't get a menu or anything. Can I have a ribeye, a medium ribeye?
Oh, we don't
please?
have ribeyes.
What do you have?
We have everything else but a ribeye.
Can I get a filet mignon, please?
We don't have those though.
Can I get a?
We're out of filet. I should
Get a
say.
New York strip steak.
We do you want a?
What do you
want a New
have?
Jersey steak?
Can I just have the special, please?
You want the special?
Yeah, the special, whatever that is.
All right, here you go.
What is this? It looks doesn't look like
It's
meat
moving.
to me.
It's milk with passion fruit. Have you
Corey,
seen me on Iron
Corey,
Chef?
Why didn't you put it in a cup? Why is it on a? Why
It's
is
just
it on
on
a
a
dinner
plate. It's on a
plate?
plastic plate.
It comes rolling in like it's fucking like.
What are these little?
It's
What are
like
these,
disposable
what are these
plates.
little things floating? What are these other things floating in the milk, Corey?
Looks like a receipt. Looks like
I stopped by McDonald's.
looks like pocket lids.
Let me pull this receipt out.
Looks like a Dunkin' Donuts cup. Look at that.
Oh, so there's French fries in here too, apparently that you
no,
didn't cook
there's some
yourself.
French fries. That was from.
Oh no, he lost those.
Corey.
No, he still can eat those, dude. He
At
knows
your
an
restaurant,
accident.
do you every time somebody orders French fries, do you go to McDonald's and get French fries and come back?
Yeah. I just put them in the microwave to heat them up.
He eats them too while he's feeding the customers. Like,
I'm like, here you go.
This whole business plan is like he like charges 20% more than
Wipe the
McDonald's.
salt
He
on
goes to
the-
McDonald's and comes back.
Fucking
You're like,
wipe the salt
can
on
I
your
get
shoulder.
the zebra burger? And I'm like, yeah, no, 1 second. And I run next door and I
McDonald's.
fucking kick the door in. And I take all the meat while they're working. Like, you know how they put them in like the little safe vault where it like kind of heats up still? I fucking rip it out and take out all the burgers and run back to my restaurant. And yeah, I put them on a plate and give it to people. I haven't gotten caught.
It's too much work. You just go to McDonald's and just buy the food yourself and give it to them.
They can't tell the difference. Not when I put a little passion fruit inside of it.
You love passion fruit. Have you even eaten passion fruit in your life?
No.
Once? Of course not.
I don't even know what it is. I thought it was made up.
It's real, Corey. It's a real thing. Anyway, here's a question. Here's the thing. What do you guys think of? Have you ever seen online? I talked about this with Stamper a long time ago, but there's online. You can actually order freeze-dried, rare cuts of like from. You know, you can order like tiger meat, snake meat.
Really?
Lion. Yeah, you can actually order the shit online, freeze-dried, and they'll send it to you.
Really?
From different countries?
I don't know
Because
where
I'm sure
they
some
get
stuff can't
I've
be
heard
legal.
of the idea of ordering
Like tiger can't be legal, can it?
It was a few years ago that I looked at this. I don't know if they're. I questioned it myself. I'm like, how is this real?
Who's in the mood for a fucking tiger? Like,
I don't
who's
know.
sitting there?
Would
And
you
it's
eat
like,
tiger?
man.
Yeah, I'd probably eat a tiger.
Yeah, but who's in the mood for it?
Maybe
Who
if it
gets
was
drunk
good.
enough and they're just like, man, I really want to eat tiger.
Maybe you love it though. Maybe it's like really delicious. or
People,
something.
there's a lot of there's a lot of bored
I've had-
hipsters in the city that they always go to these weird food tasting things. They'll just eat whatever.
I've had
They'll eat
shark.
chocolate covered tarantula.
I've had shark.
I don't think I'd have it. I think the biggest bug it is like a mosquito. Or
Shark
something.
is like a big giant chicken fish.
Wait,
thing.
What's the biggest bug you would eat covered in chocolate?
Praying mantis.
You'd eat like a gnat or a fly, right?
I'd eat like a grub. I'd eat a grub. I'd probably eat a grub worm or something.
Oh.
I don't want anything with legs or.
I want to
face.
be a little bit crunchy. I wouldn't want anything squishy. That gross me out more than something crunchy.
I don't want to eat a spider that's.
I swear that I
you
watched
eat
this show
grasshopper?
called. They look like
A baby grasshopper.
their legs would just get
What if you
stuck in
pulled
your
his
teeth.
leg off?
Like a baby grasshopper, tiny little grasshopper. Little
Maybe
baby.
if it's soft.
What if it was a little soft toad?
No, they're crunchy.
Would you eat a
They're
chocolate
crunchy.
toad?
I have a really hard time thinking about eating. I could.
It'll taste like a caramel.
Chloe, would
surprise.
you eat a chocolate toad?
No,
A little baby toad?
that's gross.
It feels like the size of like your pinky, like your pinky fingernail.
Oh, I would bite into chocolate and still be like, what's this like slimy center?
So you basically eat the chocolate and peel the toad out.
It is interesting how conditioned we are to be disgusted by insects when they're really like the
Wait, you went
cheapest
into
and
shock?
most nutritious thing
What
on
happened?
the planet. It's like it's sad that our society has become
So
so,
wealthy
like, anti. You can go to other countries. Like I've seen shows like Bizarre Foods. You go to other countries. There's huge bowls of. Everybody's just eating insects like popcorn over there.
Yeah, or
They'll
they'll
stir
have
fry them. They'll cook them.
Yeah.
They'll
The
just
idea-
put them in a popcorn bag. These grubs and kids will run around eating them, and
Dude,
Why
the
would you-
idea
they're
of
perfectly nutritious.
What were you
the
having
idea
blood
of
tests
eating
done
a
for?
Sorry, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, I think it's because our society's so like it has such abundance, but at the same time
Yeah.
we're also eating like garbage for the most part. Like at least insects like
A reaction
real
to
has some
having
kind
lots of
nutritional
blood
value.
drawn
Maybe
for blood
like some-
Kind of
tests.
like a baby eating McDonald's or something.
Maybe
Yeah,
these
I get
guys who
that,
Bugs Bunny, they'd
but-
find like a bag of Doritos disgusting. Or
That's what I'm saying. Like maybe it's like they eat a McDonald's hamburger or drink a Coke and they're like, oh, what the fuck is this?
yeah.
You know, like Lion King, whenever they were like picking up boards and shit, and there was like grubs underneath them and stuff.
Yeah.
Those always looked good to me when I was younger. They always
They,
looked
they,
like
they make it look like a fat little
Thyroid
piece
stuff,
of food.
in case
No,
my
it's
depression
gummy.
and shit
That's what
is
I
due
mean.
to that.
Also,
Hmm.
the idea
I
maybe
see.
like I would eat like a fucking like a beetle if like you know like a thing of beetles and stuff like just if they were like cooked a certain way. Like the
I
idea
could eat a
of
beetle
cooking
if it
out
was
the beetle.
cooked. If you like
Crunchy beetle, I could eat that.
crunchy beetle.
Ever bother you in this movie, The Lion King? How they always as
Are
they're
you
sitting in the
okay again
circle of
now,
life,
or-
all the animals are like frolicking around and
They're fucking.
you're like, but these zebras are getting. They're all like
Killed.
bowing to the lions, but man, they're getting fucking their throats ripped out when the camera like turns.
I think
away
they
from
mentioned it. I think
Yeah,
at
I
some
never
point
thought of
soon
that.
they
Yeah?
talk about killing fucking zebras and
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, you know, they don't show it, but these zebras are like bowing majestically to the lions. It's like, man, you fuckers could be running away.
It's slavery, dude.
Rafiki would be pulling the legs.
Do you have
off
like
the fucking,
low
like,
blood pressure or?
You mean the villains?
They were like.
Wait, which ones are feet?
The baboon, you mean?
Or is that like a normal kind of thing that can happen?
He would take them by their legs and fucking like crack
Have
their
you seen
necks.
him? Yeah, no, he was screaming and just like shaking, like smashing the dogs against cliffs.
Smashing their heads against the rocks.
Screaming. You ever seen that video of the fucking baboon, like, it attacks like a gazelle and it just rips its legs in half?
Dude,
and the gazelle,
I hate that video.
the gazelle's like screaming and the baboon's just like sitting hunched over,
He
like,
just doesn't understand what
taking
he's
like
doing.
bites out.
He's
Yeah.
just like holding it, and he's just like.
Yeah, it's just like, see, they're fucking slouched over like this Chris Morris expression on his
It's
face.
interesting when our most common what do you call it?
Ancestor?
Is it ancestor?
No,
most common
sibling, whatever.
an
whatever you
animal
call
in
it.
the animal kingdom, sibling in the animal kingdom is they're so fucking violent.
My
I think
heart and
about this-
circulation
I
and
think
pressure
I
and things
think
is
when
perfect,
chimpanzees scare us and
apparently.
baboons scare us is because, like... they're
Weird
like
that
us.
you would go into shock
we're,
then now.
we're bigger assholes than they are if you think about it. Like, we start like World Wars and just like stab. We have like.
But I
serial
mean, I
killers.
guess
Imagine
it's
like, you
good
do a
that
chimpanzee, like,
all your other
Ted Bundy
stuff is-
must be, if there was like a Ted
isn't
Bundy
causing any
chimpanzee,
issues.
you'd be fucking terrified.
Here's the thing.
This is crazy monkey that's going around killing and fucking for fun.
We look down on other animals, but other animals are they're almost compassionate in the way they kill other a lot of animals will run up to their prey, grab their throat, choke them out efficiently,
As fast as they can.
kill them,
Yeah.
it's over with. Monkeys will punch you, beat you, start ripping pieces off of you, all the while they're screaming, biting your fingers off, ripping your face off.
They go for your face, your hands, and your
They don't
crotch.
choke you. They don't put their hands around your neck and choke you. They're ripping you to pieces while
Yeah.
screaming bloody murder the whole time.
It's terrifying. It's actually.
And that's us.
That'd be that's what I'm saying. That's basically
That's
like
what we would do if everyone just like. If
I mean, that guy who was on bath salts fucking ate that
That's what I
guy's
was
face
about to
off.
say.
We're basically.
That's what I was about to
He
say.
just ate someone's
If
face.
there was like the equivalence of a sandstorm with bath salts that fucking wiped over, that's an idea for a horror movie.
Listen, no,
Listen to Hollywood.
we're God's creatures, guys. We're civilized.
Yeah,
we're
if-
created by Jesus.
If you inhaled a bunch of bath salts and you turn your fucking
We're not
brain off, we would
crazy
be like
animals
just
at
crazed
all.
monkeys who had to eat faces all
If
the
Jesus,
time.
whenever I think about Jesus was real, I think how funny it is how fucking disgusting his living condition would have been.
Like, that
He would
like
have showered like once every like
Before-
4 months. He would
before
have
he went
shit all
out-
over his ass.
before he went out and became the Messiah, he was out back shitting in a bowl and fucking wiping his ass with his hand,
Yeah, picking ditches
and
out
then
of
rubbing
his
it on the
foreskin.
dirt, picking grubs out of the ground and eating them like fucking gnats and bugs and shit.
Yeah, if you like those documentaries where you see African kids like with their big yellow fucking bloated eyes, with flies just landing on them, and they don't care. That's what Jesus was
I
like.
just see like Jesus laying in bed and seeing
Yeah.
a rat come into his fucking like dirty hut and he smashes it with a rock and fucking
He's got a
eats
big
it.
fucking beard up and skinny arms because he's all malnourished and bloated looking.
What causes their bloated stomachs again? It's
Because
really
they're
sad.
sent too much food, they're getting fat.
It's because their
They're getting
stomach.
greedy,
that's
dude.
it, that's it.
They get greedy.
Because their stomach weighs too much and like it fucking.
I
crushes
think
their
I think
bones
it's
and
something to do with the
falls
body kind of reacting in a natural way because they don't have enough food.
Why does it even?
over. It basically eats
There are some
up-
people who have legitimately like see pictures and be like, "Why the fuck are we sending them food? They're fat as fuck." But it has nothing
Yeah,
to do
of
with
course.
they're so malnourished that they're actually getting fat.
I've seen documentaries on this. People that it's fucking sad as fuck. But you know, this one area, in some country, they actually make dirt cookies.
Yeah, I think
out
we
of-
sell them.
and people actually sell. They actually buy dirt from other people.
It's making my
because
mouth
they're
fucking feel
convinced.
dry thinking about this.
These fucking dirt salesmen are like these con men are actually convincing these other poor people that the dirt is actually nutritious.
These like malnourished people are like, yeah, a bug died in this dirt. And it's like, really?
It's like special dirt.
You know, that's fucked up. Because you see like families, just like, guys, look what I brought home. You fucking like drops your fucking ripped Walmart
Oh, they're
bag full of
excited.
dirt.
They mix it
no.
with water. They put the dirt patties out in the
Oh,
sun.
it's
advanced
so
they have it.
sad. It's so
The
sad.
kids are like chomping down on these dirt patties. They're like, there's like zero nutrition.
Just like eating like shards of
Oh
glass and
man,
fucking like
it's terrible.
chemicals.
Terrible.
You know, I think that's fucked up, and I think morally to them, they're just thinking they're like, you know, maybe it's like that thing where it's like when it's really hot out and you think of something cold, that if you trick your brain into thinking that it's a little colder than it is. Maybe like they look at the meat pies and they
Well,
think
they're
it's
eating
like meat.
fucking dirt as a luxury. I mean, you kind of have to improvise a little bit.
That's pretty much like the like thing. Like it's like you come to someone, it's like, oh, I had the worst day today. My car wouldn't start, and I didn't have work today. I just wanted to go get a latte, and it's like, really? Well, there's fucking people in Africa selling dirt, and people are eating it.
I watched too many of these Dude, there was this one episode. The guy went over to these cocoa bean farmers. These dudes have never seen chocolate in their whole fucking lives, and they're like, "Here, you wanna see what America makes out of your cocoa beans?" Yeah. And they're staring at this chocolate bar like it's like this alien object.
Trying to figure out where the fucking beans are.
Yeah, and they all pass it around and have the chocolate, and they're like, "Man, this is delicious."
Now get back to work and produce something out. Make more of this for me, idiots.
Sorry, you're never having this again in your entire life.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
You're gonna make trillions of chocolate bars, but nothing.
Yeah.
So they shove them back into the fucking work corridors to make them like dig up more like beans.
I've seen the documentary on a guy who makes cocaine out in the middle of nowhere.
That's be good, like a smart business practice. Making
drugs.
You can make any kind of meth you want in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah, it's funny too. The guy like has no education, but he somehow is a chemist because apparently it's complicated.
He just did it backwards. Did he kind of backwards engineer it from?
He somehow knew all the chemicals you needed. It's it's apparently complicated, but you're using all these toxic chemicals to somehow.
Well, that's all the guy's brain
boil
was going
down.
to.
Are you sure like a science book didn't wash up shore on in the
like a Castaway, you mean?
He knew what he was doing. The dude's running around his dirty bare feet, but he knew how to make cocaine.
My first science book showed up from fucking like elementary schools, and he studied the fuck out of it.
I mean, it's probably one of those things. Again, if that's all he's doing every day, every night for like 30 years, it probably
You would have to
at some point.
think through experience too, like being able to make meth and stuff. Like, this sort of chemical makes me trip out. Maybe more of it would be good.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting how you take like the pure plant, the pure cocoa leaf, but you have to grind it up, use chemicals like acetone and a few other things, and the terribly toxic chemicals, and mix it into a bath, and then drain it and dry it.
Yeah, it's like,
and you eventually come out with these like white chunks.
That's really.
Which then you have to grind up again and do like a powder.
Yeah, I think I said this before, but my friend's parents had a meth lab upstairs, and it was like the smell was really bad, and that's actually what got the cops coming, because it was like they left the window open so the fucking smell could go outside, and apparently meth has a very distinct smell. Like it just smells like somebody poured fucking chemicals into a pile.
Can't there be a good drug out there that you can make that? Maybe like all these drugs have terrible like PR campaigns where every time you see people making them, they're wearing these toxic gas masks. So can't there be something like isn't there any good drug out there that's a little more natural?
There is. There is. It's called ganja. It's called Mary J. As in the Southern. It goes by many names. Weed, 420.
Right, of course, weed. Yeah. I'm talking about something stronger than weed, but yeah.
Oh, what about Molly? Molly's the same thing.
You keep bringing up Molly. You keep saying that. I don't know what it is, though.
Think of the concept of cocaine where you have to snort it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But what is it?
You said it was also a little bit like
ecstasy, but without the getting really horny part.
What is ecstasy again?
Ecstasy is kind of like a drug that like it's just an all-around feel-good drug where touching yourself enhances it.
Right. I know that much, but what is it made
What is the specifics? I have no idea.
It's really weird. Molly is just. I tell you one thing though, it's like.
What's the actual name for it? Is that the official name? So it's not like calling marijuana
MDA, I think. Is that the actual term?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Listen, I don't do drugs. I'm a good boy.
Zach,
I'm a good old boy.
What's the strongest drug you've ever taken?
I did LSD. I did LSD.
You did LSD?
Yeah, I think.
Molly for me.
I think that's a drug.
Cocaine.
No cocaine.
It's harmless.
What's your favorite drug?
Alcohol, probably.
Alcohol.
You know what? I think my favorite drug is OxyContin, but that was.
I was on that. Dude, I got an arm surgery, and I took. They prescribed me two different things.
Yeah.
And I got OxyContin, then I got hydrocodone.
I think. Yeah, I
both
got
those
it.
like
I got kidney stones.
Oh.
But I think the feeling is better than alcohol because it feels like you're floating.
You feel warm all the time. You're just like, you know what? I'm totally like you can sit there and like watch TV for like 10 hours and just eat food.
Yeah.
Dude, when you take Molly, it's like it's the weirdest sensation. It's like the concept of getting up. And you know when people do drugs, you like see how they react in movies.
Yeah.
It's a really weird feeling. It's like getting it's like a long workout. How you're just so like tired, but the sensation is so high.
Yeah.
So when you do it, you're just like, Oh man, it's like you're just like fucking like an amoeba who can't stop moving, like all over the place. Everything, the colors are brighter. It's really weird. And then when it goes away, it's just like you're
After being on OxyContin, I can easily see why 50-year-old moms, like 50-year-old soccer moms, get addicted to it.
I've always
It's
wanted to.
totally just
I
like
can see why rich guys are meeting sketchy people in parking lots later.
Yeah, no,
to
seriously.
get bottles of it.
it's that good.
Is
But
cough syrup? Could you get high off cough syrup?
I'm sure the high you get from because you have to drink cough syrup to get high. You might as well just buy something that's a drug.
I guess the idea of it is really weird. Like, can you
There's
get high off
an
cough syrup?
alcohol content in it, but
I thought it was more like a hallucinogenic kind of high.
Is
that you
there-
had. To my knowledge, that's what I always
You're
assumed it
supposed
was.
to take
I
it when
remember
you're
in
sick.
6th grade we would drink. Wait, what was it? We didn't drink, but we'd take chloroseptic and we just like keep.
Chloroseptic?
Yeah.
What the fuck is chloroseptic?
It's a liquid that comes in a spray bottle. It's
I was gonna
like a
say, I was
solution.
gonna ask you.
that?
I was gonna just bring that up. I did that too when I was a
But
kid. You do that.
We
do
dare each other to take as many sprays as we could.
Yeah,
but it wasn't
yeah.
It wasn't even that bad. It was just.
I've done that. I know what you're talking about. I did a lot actually. The chloroseptic.
I feel like I'm done. I feel like I'm done with beer though.
Beer.
I think I'm done with beer.
too. You know, beer is good, like once in a blue moon, but
Oh, I see what you did there, you fucker.
no, that was actually just
that was
because it was blue moon. That's ironic, but liquor is just better.
Well, look, it's a lot of liquid. It's a lot of fatty liquid. It's too much liquid to take in. It's like drinking like fucking like 5 cans of Coca-Cola or Coke or whatever to get kind of drunk.
I think.
Versus you could just have like a cup of something strong and go, oh, okay.
When we were at a restaurant the one night, I think the waiter wanted to make fun of you guys for ordering so many blue moons.
Us?
Yeah, I think because all you guys were ordering blue moons. He's like, another blue moon, huh? And he like rolled his eyes or something.
Wow, what a dildo!
He's a fucking waiter. What's his problem?
What?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
he was below. Like he was like.
Oh, because we're not buying, it's
Yeah.
just fucking clown.
What if he's a fucking waiter? All
Yeah,
right.
You know what? They have like fucking special $7 like.
I respect
beers.
waiters. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, fuck him for looking down on me for ordering stuff at a restaurant. All right.
It's like, sorry, I didn't want to try Dragon Puff or fucking like Clown Tears. I wasn't interested in their fucking exotic.
Yeah, your
beers.
gay fucking fruity drink.
Maybe I wanted a Blue Moon. Cause like that place has like really exotic beers and shit, but it's like, you know, when someone's like, "Oh, do you want to try a beer?" and you see like 18 different beers, you're
It's
like,
just-
"Which one's good?" And they look at you like you're a fucking alien.
The taste thing too. It's like if I don't get people who can just casually drink for the taste. They're like, yeah, I'm just having a beer. It's like I feel sick if I did that.
I used to do that because like you.
I used to do it too. You both
You
used to
drink
do it.
beer. You drink one beer a day. It's the equivalent of drinking like. It's like
It's just
lot.
it's too much liquid. I have to piss too much. I'm not that drunk.
it's really not good. It's better just to drink liquor.
Yeah.
You get drunk.
I get high on hate.
Do you,
That's the
Jeff?
best
What
kind.
Jeff? What stirs up your hate the most?
Everything.
What gets you the highest? What recently really? What irked you? What peeved you, Jeff? What made your face turn red?
Different every day.
What made your face turn red and start
What
punching your
peeved?
pillow in your
What got
bedroom?
you peeved? What is peeved?
What?
What's the
Peeved?
term peeved?
Like annoyed.
What
Annoyed.
is it?
Peeved.
Peeved.
What set the ball rolling?
Where'd the word come from?
No.
I don't know.
Oh, that's another analogy, dude. Like literally say exactly what Zach said. Only
Oh, he's
I said it
asking
too.
you what peeved you.
What set the ball
What
rolling?
really?
sorry.
What really peeved you off, Jeff? What made you scream and start? What made your mascara run down your face?
What made you punch?
What made you stop all the way up the stairs and slam your door?
I don't know. Actually, not too much recently. You know what peeves me?
What's that?
Sleepy cabin fans. That's what I think.
Oh, here we go,
No.
dude.
No, I can understand.
They're
that.
all
It gets-
quite reasonable.
The only thing that really pisses me off.
Oh, here we go, Jeff. Look what you've done.
The only thing
Look
that
what
It was
you've
a
done.
joke. It was a
Jeff, look
joke.
what you've done. I love
It was a
everybody.
joke.
The only thing that pisses me off though is when somebody is being malicious and then their intent was to get your attention. I've said that before, but I don't like
You know-
that. I hate that. Like they're only being assholes because they want you to notice them, and it's like, well, now I notice you, and I don't like what I
you know
feel.
what?
That's a common problem with people in general, not even our viewers.
Let's talk about our fans.
You want to talk about them? They've been here for a
Let's talk
while.
about our
They've been
fans.
here from the start. They've.
I'm actually, I'll no. To be serious, like it is interesting what a wide range of.
Colorful people we have.
You know,
What a spectrum.
you have teenagers who are always like saying they're listening while they should be doing their fucking homework,
Yeah,
and then you have like dudes in their 50s who listen.
They're, like,
there was
working
there was
and
one
It's
guy.
a wide range.
There was one
Males,
guy-
females.
There was one guy who said his 60-something-year-old grandfather listen to some
Yeah, no, it's
That's awesome.
really, it's interesting.
It's interesting, yeah.
Is
Did
there
you tell them to
anything?
skip like the
Did you
first
get
10
these beats?
episodes about shit and stuff and tell them to get to the meat and potatoes?
Oh, no, full circle, dude. Full circle. Fuck you, Corey. You used to make fun of me for saying it. Now you're saying it. You motherfucker.
Okay, well, what I was gonna say was I like the variety we have because when it's like, you know, you, Mick, and Stamper are all older, and you guys,
Yeah,
you
a
know,
bunch of old men, and a bunch of
Well,
young
comparatively,
children.
compared to
we're
us.
young.
Right,
yeah,
right,
so
right.
we're all like in our like,
we're younger.
We're
You
like
guys.
in our 25s and like 23s and stuff. We're younger, and you guys are like in older, like 10 years to
Right.
a little older.
Damn, Corey.
I'm not saying you. I said you guys. I'm not saying Jeff is a 48-year-old handsome fella.
48.
49 this
48
month.
now. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
49. No, Jeff is not that. But
5-0 next month.
The big 5-0, boys and girls.
no, but it's like it's a good contrast because like people. Like we've all, it's basically like us out of college, and then you guys been out of college for a while and talk about how miserable life is now.
Can I say something about you guys?
Yes.
A little
Yeah.
criticism.
Go ahead.
Maybe not so much Zach. Maybe like you and Chris.
Tell me.
You guys aren't these sprite little 17-year-olds anymore, all right?
What is that?
Oh, dude, here we go, dude.
There are doctors that are your age. you guys are well on your way to your 30s.
Yeah, but we have.
You got to stop acting like
We have
you're
the children.
16. You're like, listen, I just got out of high school. You guys are in your mid-20s.
I'm 25.
All right? Yeah.
But
You're an adult. You're not
still
like
act like a
you know.
14-year-old.
It's almost been a decade.
As a young kid in this podcast,
I'm
you
not
old
talking
men.
about us being like little kids. I'm just saying, like
There are men performing brain surgery that are your
the
age.
stark
Okay?
contrast between a 30-year-old
Yeah.
and a 23-year-old is actually quite different sometimes.
We're probably mentally closer than
That's what I was saying.
wanna
I'll
admit.
say this is the interesting thing is I think even though we're all different states, different backgrounds, but I think we're all pretty mentally on the same page for the most part.
I don't even know what to. I feel out of place.
You do?
Yeah. No.
Really?
I mean, well, no, not.
Oh, with people in your age group.
Yeah, because people my age
They're all
group, they're
married,
like,
they have
they're
kids
getting
and-
married, they're having their kids, they're like, I'm done living. I'm just gonna have
Oh.
a family now, and
I figure getting married when you're like 30 is a general rule.
it's
only
like
time I'd ever get
mentally,
married
I'm a
is-
decade behind or something.
I mean, look, it's like
And I am too. I rest my case.
Yeah, I'm in my 20s and you're
I'm
in
in
your
my
teens.
16s, yeah.
yeah.
I ain't growing up
pretty
anytime
alright.
soon.
Yeah,
It's just
Zach,
so it's-
Zach,
You know what? I'm fine.
Listen, Zach, you have the mind of an 80-year-old. I don't
I'm
care what you
fine
say.
playing,
I'm totally fine with that,
playing
too.
Battlefront 2 on the Xbox original, eating my fucking sugar plums, okay?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Sugar plums.
Yeah.
You're playing Xbox.
Or no, my Raisin Bran cereal, sorry. I'll eat my adult cereal while playing my kid games. Totally fine.
No, but I mean,
Ah.
look, I think having kids is a bad idea. I think getting married is a bad idea. The only time I'd ever get married if I was like 50 years old.
Unless you're
Because it's like a 20-something year like deal, dude. Like especially if you look at people who are like 20 in their 20s and they still with their parents. Mm-hmm. If you have a kid when you're 30, you're not going to be free until you're like 60-something. Like in your 50s.
Marriage is utterly frightening to me because the way people are, I can't imagine people not. Everybody gets sick of each other at some point. Like
Yeah.
everybody
It's
gets
true.
mad at each other. But with marriage, you're ultra locked in now. It's like now you're.
I
now-
don't get the actual point of it. The first thing everyone says, which pisses me off, is oh, it's tax reasons.
My friend is.
Yeah,
Fuck
what a-
that,
yeah,
dude.
what a-
You lose half your stuff in the
Like,
fucking
you're like,
is,
I'll
uh,
pay more and be happier.
Yeah,
Than,
yeah.
Oh, I gotta save a little money. Let's be
Let's
miserable.
lock in permanently
My
so we
friend's
both
getting-
gain weight and get depressed.
My friend's actually getting married, and he's 23 years old.
Idiot.
And
Corey,
Yeah, that's
Corey,
dumb.
bet money. How long do you think it's gonna last?
well, here's the thing, though. Like, I feel like it's one of those things where it's also like where your life is going. Most people get married when they feel like they have nothing else going for them. At a
Yeah, I
certain
guess
point.
we're fucking weird.
And you know,
loner
if
assholes.
there's people listening now who are married, you know, it
You're
works
an
for some
idiot.
people.
Okay, you're a
Kill
fucking
yourself.
moron.
Do it in front of your spouse.
But even the people that I know that
Damn.
aren't necessarily unhappy or miserable, they just seem. I don't know. It almost seems like they're just kind of What do they do now? They feel like they wake up every morning and they're like,
I just don't get the point. Why can't you be someone's girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever for 20 years? You can be someone's partner without getting married. I don't. What's the difference?
Our society has decided marriage
I'm guessing
needs to
these
be
kids
this.
have
Like, if
not
you
had
like-
a
if you
long-term
like-
It's a
girlfriend,
contract. It's
hey.
not this thing from
That's what I'm
God.
saying.
It's a
Yeah,
goddamn
probably
contract
not.
made up by the
Well,
government.
marriage, like when I see marriage as like obviously like it's a huge commitment, but I see it as more than that. I see it as like that next step. Okay, now that I'm married, I have like a whole other plethora of things to worry about now. On like not only
Well, and
this
now
side,
then
but-
you have to worry about, okay, now do I have kids? And if you have, it's just a whole...
Yeah, it's like a whole other thing to worry about. I'm fucking worried about like taxes now. I'm not about ready to jump into the marriage boat and worry about that shit.
I've never seen a convincing argument that convinced me why people couldn't, if you like somebody that much, just move it together and
You know
just
what's that?
remain boyfriend,
it's called
girlfriend.
love, right?
Or whatever,
You just
whatever,
can't-
whatever
you just-
partners with somebody, whatever you want to call
You
it.
just can't be.
If you like someone, you want to live with them, you can do that. It's easy. They just live inside your house. It's not that hard. You don't have to do the whole marriage thing.
Well, part of the driving force is I don't know how this happened, but women in particular, they've been brainwashed, conditioned since a young age that
They have to get married.
there's a certain thing they have to do. They have to have the perfect wedding. They need their ring.
There's two things.
Which the whole diamond ring thing is in itself a whole fucked up conspiracy that started like 50 years ago, but that's a whole other topic.
There's two things you're taught when you're growing up before you even become an adult. You need to get married and you need to get your dick clipped. I forget what the term is, but
Circumcised?
I'm sorry, but that's
What?
Corey, you don't really have a choice.
That happens when that happens before you have that generally happens.
You're
before you
not
have a
sentient
choice.
when that happens.
They tell you that when
your
you're
brain
born.
is fucking
they
egg yolk,
tell you
dude.
that. They say you need to get married and your dick's gonna get clipped.
Well, did you get your dick clipped?
Was it optional when you were like
20 or
15?
something?
I didn't even get a say in it. Just happened.
Some people get it done later, but generally that's a very
That's
rare
a
thing.
bad idea. Probably.
I think that is another thing that is fucked up where you don't even necessarily need to have that happen ever, but at some point religious people or
they
somebody
say
decided
they don't want to get it dirty or infected. Like they
Right.
say, like the person's not going to know how to clean it, so he's going to like piss and cum inside of it, and eventually it's going to start molding. And then you're gonna,
and granted some people might
Some people are probably very unsanitary
Yeah,
with that.
some people
But I'm
probably-
sure there's guys who are circumcised who are bigger fucking slobs than people who are uncircumcised.
yeah, like I've seen tons of people who are just disgusting, and you can see their dick plain as day. That's not hitting.
Let's talk about basic crotch hygienics for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
This really peeves me, Jeff.
Oh, what
it
peeves
really
you?
irks me.
You just
Guys
have
who
to,
don't.
you have to clean your
No,
clean your dick.
no. I'm very cleanly down there. I am fine. I'm talking about guys who aren't. Guys who
How
don't
do
wash
you-
their testicles. Guys who don't shaving.
Are you talking about guys who take a shower but don't?
Don't do the V. They don't do the V.
Okay.
They don't do the
That
asshole.
happens?
and
What the
thing.
fuck?
Okay.
They don't do the V.
You're supposed to go between the under your
I
asshole.
don't do that. I go like all around. I go on.
No,
an adventure.
but I mean you scrub there. You scrub your asshole in the two areas in the ball.
Well, you should scrub your whole
What
body.
have you actually had? Are you aware of anybody who? Well, I guess we've had this conversation.
I feel there's people out there. Can I say, by
If
the
you're
way?
300 pounds, I
Americans.
guarantee that's probably the hardest thing in your life. So you're probably not going to do
yeah.
that.
Can I also say, seriously, I'm not trying to white knight here in any way, but I think balls are the grossest things. Whenever I see a girl put balls in her mouth in like a porn or something, I cringe. I encourage anybody out there
Balls?
to not touch my balls. Yeah, don't
That
go near
doesn't
my
bother
balls.
me.
Balls? Balls?
Well, balls are like they're all
Maybe you're looking at old saggy 50-year-old balls and you're fucking you know what?
sweat. Balls accumulate sweat. They accumulate sweat in the little stray
Zach,
hairs.
balls can look quaint. They don't always have.
Whenever
like,
girls put
fucking
balls in their mouth, I'm just
sags
like, what do
to
you
them.
don't do that. I would. You don't have to do that.
This
I don't.
episode gonna be called like food and balls. Or something.
Food and balls. There you go.
Balls.
But you agree with me a little bit. Like you never saw a girl put balls in her mouth and just went, don't do that. You don't need to. You don't need to do
You
that.
never really see someone put balls
I
in their
don't
mouth.
know.
It's generally like one ball.
And it doesn't feel that good, to me at least.
Most people they don't do it. They kind of just like suck on it and then
Yeah, I
like,
don't think it feels
fucking,
good. I'm just like,
perfect it.
don't knock that off.
They're not gonna stick. They're not.
I'm
gonna,
not a
it's
fan
like
of the
putting
ball
a fist
sucking.
in your
It
mouth.
doesn't do anything for me, and it's just I feel. Maybe it's because I feel so conflicted about.
I think sticking your dick up somebody's ass is way grosser than.
I
sucking
agree with that
balls.
too. I'm not a fan of that myself. But whatever, yeah, balls don't all vinegary and salty and sweaty.
Well, thanks for
and I
the-
clean my balls. My point is also trim. It's like a beard stubble, you know. You gotta trim your pubic hair. There's like a limit. or else you're a maniac.
This is health hour.
This is health hour.
V clean every time you take a shower, kids.
I mean, obviously do it your preferences, but for Christ's sake, be
Balls.
sanitary.
Don't do
The
that.
sweat goes down there, so if you have hair everywhere and you don't wash,
If you're fat,
I wasn't planning on it.
if you're fat, kill yourself. Buy a gun for this is not a joke. Buy a
I'm
gun.
endlessly fascinated by people who are morbidly obese and how they clean themselves.
That's I was
They
about
don't.
to say
That's
it.
what they
I was
do.
about to
Well, they
say
don't.
it.
Don't. They just don't
But-
do it. What would push you to kill yourself, realistically? Like cancer. If they're like, you have cancer, you're gonna die, Jeff.
If I lost all my senses, like if I was blind and I couldn't like hear, if I
You're a
turned,
vegetable, basically.
yeah, I would probably just put a gun to my head. Probably, I'd have no problem doing that. I think
If the Jonas Brothers broke up, I would probably kill myself.
they did break up, didn't they? Or no?
That was the one.
Oh, that was another one. The One Direction.
Wow, you and I both know about that.
I can't.
That's sad.
Because unfortunately, because
No, I know.
we were talking about this, but the Twitter thing.
That's what I'm saying. It infects you.
teens,
That's the worst.
Teens love posting bullshit.
That is just like, for me, the concept of killing yourself over a fucking band breaking up. It's like, really, like.
I wonder if there ever was any suicides related to any like bands breaking up.
Well, I'll say that. I want to say
It's
this.
very common, actually. The Beatles probably had a few people kill themselves over it.
I think the worst part about teens who kill themselves.
Stop being good at doing
Yeah,
art.
here we go. Teens who kill themselves.
I never
The worst
started,
part is,
so you're welcome.
Teens are inherently a little cringy. They're still trying to
Emotionally unstable.
Yeah, they're trying to figure themselves out. They don't really understand the world, and there's a lot of cringe things they do. And when a lot of them kill themselves when they, I keep using. There's this one example I keep thinking about. This kid, he put on a Blink-182 song in his room, like a cringy.
Feeling it?
What?
Feeling it?
Is that the name of the song? I don't know. He put on a Blink-182 song.
Why did you pick that one, Corey?
It's
That
Christmas
was
Eve.
really cringy, and then he
That
hung
sounds
himself in
pretty
his room. And I can just imagine how
If he was
the EMTs coming in and rolling their eyes at this whole situation. They're like, "Oh my God,
You
another one of
go.
these."
Do you know a kid on my block where I used to live hung himself with a shoelace?
So if you're gonna kill yourself,
be cool about it.
yeah, don't do it in a way where everybody's gonna like be
I'm
embarrassed
sure.
about it.
No,
I'm sure the one thing on your mind when you want to kill yourself is what other people are gonna think.
Throw some football around.
Yeah,
Kill yourself.
at least do it in a way where people are like, "All right."
Some respect and dignity.
So
Yeah.
you hang yourself with a smile on your face with like some cool
Cigarettes.
sunglasses on. You have six cigarettes in your mouth. No one would expect that.
Don't do it in a cringy
These
internet
guys
way,
are
'cause
terrible.
Everybody's gonna laugh. At you. Everybody's gonna be like,
It's
"Oh,
not cool. It's not.
They're gonna be mocking
What's
your
in your
death.
what's in your head does not translate well. It's
At
not going
least
to come out
do
anything.
fucking
It's
research and find like what's cool now, like Little Wheezy. Have Little Wheezy playing when you hang yourself.
I think what we need is what we need is a nice list of timeless ways to kill yourself. Not killing ways of killing yourself are almost like tattoos. They go out of fashion. And in
Yeah,
a few
you look
years, people
stupid.
think back. They're like, "Oh man, the way he killed himself."
so lame, dude.
It's so boring.
That's hilarious. It was like, yeah, they laugh, they like joke about it.
That's horrible. Those people are horrible.
You should put out a book, like nice and fancy, just like
write a book.
manual.
When you
Yeah.
kill
Write a book
yourself,
called The Appropriate
please
Ways
think
to Kill
about the
Yourself.
people who
Yeah,
are going
And
to
then
read about it in the
as
news.
suggested by the Sleepy Cat.
You don't want.
I don't
the way
think
you kill
my
yourself
death
to go
will
out
be
of style for at least
coming in
50
the
years.
news.
That's the
You want us
real
to- you want
important
everyone
thing.
else who's alive who remembers
But
you
yes,
dead.
you should
You also wanna be
definitely do
considerate of
that.
others when you do it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be. You don't be a psycho.
You
don't
should
wanna
go
take
out
anybody out
into
with
the
you.
public
No.
space
You
and
don't
then
wanna
just
make a
shoot
mess.
yourself. I'm
I mean,
sure
you know,
that's
these
gonna.
people, I'll tell you
Also,
maybe you do.
possibly stream
Make it
before you do it.
long-lasting.
I'm sure that's
If you
gonna
want-
Damn, Corey.
attract
no,
enough
fuck
attention.
you.
Into a building, blaring Blink-182, holding a dynamite. That's good.
what are the most inconsiderate? Let's talk about this. What are the most inconsiderate ways to kill yourself? I think being hit by a train, that makes a big mess.
And it makes everyone late for the thing. You don't want to do that.
I think one of the worst is if you kill yourself in your bathtub and your body is left
Actually,
to sit in
if
that
you want
water.
to die,
They don't
might as
find you
well
for
do
3
it
weeks.
trying to kill
That has
Trump.
got to be
That chick,
Yeah,
is
that's a
the
good
worst
idea.
thing.
Clean up.
That
You
chick
ruined
in
someone's life.
California who like crawled into the water tank and fucking died and ruined everybody.
Though I don't like the associations of a martyr.
Yeah,
you know,
you don't want to jump off buildings.
That easily gets
Buy
creepy.
a nice suit, get a press, lay in
Like
your
fucking
bed,
people
on the bed,
idolizing
reconsider
martyrs
it.
and shit.
Call the police and be like, hey, I'm going to kill myself in like 5 minutes
I
now.
think-
Please send some guys over.
I think the best way.
This is
Just-
probably stupid. Someone
Listen.
suicidal is probably having a horrible day. They're listening to this joke.
No, they're using this advice.
It's very mafia-like, but just get a boat, get a cement block, just go out in the middle of a lake and tie yourself to it, and just jump off. And everything will be taken care of.
Oh,
The fish will have something to eat.
Yeah.
No cleanup. Maybe somebody will have to retrieve the boat, but that's a small.
Just call beforehand. This boat might be wandering somewhere.
Having water shoved through your
Isn't
esophagus
drowning
and
like
your
a
body,
super
expanding your whole
fucking
body,
painful,
expanding all
stressful
your
way
Engine
to die?
low, maybe let it just go putter back to shore. And
Yeah.
very considerate. Everybody's like,
Where's it go?
what a nice guy. Listen,
The person
he
you
killed
borrowed-
himself, but he was very considerate.
The
to
person
everybody
you
involved.
borrowed the boat from, the boat's like coming up to the shore. It's like, oh, he left me a tip. Oh.
Yeah, and put a tip in the boat.
Yeah.
Everybody will think very
Yeah,
kind.
throw whining
he
is
didn't want to bother
terrible.
anybody. He went out the best way possible.
Could you imagine that killing yourself?
Unlike Frank, who jumped in from a train and it took 8. We're still finding fingers on the other side of the parking lot.
Could you imagine yourself sitting at the table and someone's like all the way in the back, but like they put a plastic bag over their head and shot themselves, so the brain matter was
I
inside.
think in cold
And then, like,
water's
they go to the
better.
table
I
and there's
mean,
$100
like
tip,
Arctic
and it was like, hey,
temps.
you were a great waitress. Keep
Yeah.
up. And then
Yeah, you might
dark.
freeze to death
warm and
before
fuzzy
you...
inside.
Well, no, but
Very, very. this is the
freezing
darkest,
probably
but
numbs your senses
I
enough
think
that you
I think we're giving people a nice service.
don't
public
notice the
service announcement.
asphyxiation.
Yeah, if you kill yourself, just be conservative.
Consider it.
Conservative.
Don't ruin anybody else's day.
No, don't go flying to buildings. What are you doing, dude? Knock it off. All right, just go jump.
Don't kill yourself.
But don't actually. But if
Yes.
you are going to, do it how Jeff said.
Do it as a practical joke.
Blood is on his hands in the real world. He's a
Do it as a
murderer.
practical
This
joke.
has been a humorous Sleepy Cabin segment. Don't kill yourself. Thank
Will
you.
you write the suicide note? Name Jeff by name.
Killing yourself painlessly is super
Just throw on the
hard.
Sleepy Cabin skull on.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Jeff's
kind of how
Twitter, put
humans are
Jeff's-
constructed,
Yeah,
isn't
like,
it?
on the news, and it's
Put it
like
over
mass
your-
suicide
tape it to
with
your
It's not
chest.
supposed to
Yeah,
be
right.
easy.
Thanks, Johnny Utah NG at Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
That was
Suicide cooking fun time. Join us next time on Sleepycast. Goodbye. Oh yeah, my recipe. Okay, so basically you take a couple human titties and put them in a big pan with potatoes. Then pee all over them. Then roast at like 400 degrees for like 2 hours. Bon appetit, my nigga.
God. Hold on. Let's see here.
This is a Sleepycast Lost episode
Mighty Morphin Shitty Jobs.
featuring
Stamper, Psychic Pebbles, Johnny Utah, Oni,
and
Spaz Kid. My name is Captain Dickhead. My penis is curly like a pigtail. You can pull it forward and it springs back into place.
Talk about shitty jobs, work.
Anyways, one time I worked a shitty job. Wow, what a cool topic to talk about.
Shut up.
Put that in there. It's a good segue.
All right, let's talk about shitty jobs. Shitty jobs.
No.
Let's talk about jobs we've had. Okay, me being what I am, I've only had one job, and that job was working on the phones at a Scholastic toy selling.
And what are
place.
you, Corey?
I was a phone solicitor.
Whoa.
And I sold toys.
Do people hate you?
Oh man, I sold toys to like helpless old ladies, and let me just tell you how diabolical we were. People, these old ladies, these chirp old ladies, would call us up, and they'd be like, "I want a dollhouse for my granddaughter," and I'd be like, "Okay, it'd be $500 because you're shipping from Canada, and we charge like thousands of dollars from Canada for dollhouses." And we told them like, "Oh, we make them with real American cherry wood," and all we did was make them in fucking factories. But it's like, it was.
Were they real American cherry wood in factories, though?
No, it was fake wood. But we told him like, yeah, we'll give you that. But basically, it's kind of like, you know, when you trust a toy, like a bookstore, like Scholastic sells books, and fucking old people know about books all the way back because
Yeah.
Scholastic's been around forever.
Yeah.
They sell toys, and so since they already trust the bookstore, they don't feel like going to Toys R Us. So they call up Scholastic, so like, hey, we need toys. So I would work on the phones for toys, and I did that, and the pay was shit. But it was like, working on the phones is horrible because I had this one bitch who would loom over my shoulder and fucking egg me for anything I do. So I'd talk to all these old people who have fucking hearing aids, so I have to be on the phone. I'm like, excuse me, and she's like, I can't hear you, Sonny. I'm like, can you hear me? And then the person would go over and she'd be like, screaming, you're interrupting the whole entire place. If you didn't say please a certain amount of time, they would call you into the office and talk about how you should have said please and thank you like 60 more fucking times. And you would get graded, and if you got like a C, you wouldn't get like extra things. You're supposed to check your fucking thing for special deals, but regardless, I had a bunch of people who call in all the time, like crazy shit. I had this one woman call in, she was so fucking mad at me because we had like China imported shit, and she's like, what are you, a communist? A communist corporation? You put fucking bombs in your toys? Can we say that?
The bomb?
Yeah.
Just don't say, I'm gonna kill Barack Obama, the president. Just don't say that, you'll be fine.
Okay. She's like, when you put that.
I'm gonna kill with a rifle.
What are you bombing? What are you putting shit into the toys, bombs into the toys? I'm like, no, fucking. Is my story boring?
It's too long.
It's too long?
Yeah.
Well, okay, my shitty job is I worked on the phones and I talked to a bunch of old people that can't hear, their precious dollhouse, their fucking 8-year-old daughter who's gonna fucking break it down the flight of stairs.
Okay. I like telling long stories.
So Corey works for a company where he sold Jackson dollhouses and shit to people over
Yeah,
the
a bunch
phone.
of like old people who fucking bought like baseball flags and stupid shit that nobody buys anymore.
Snapper, what was your shitty job?
I did telemarketing for a while. I sold timeshares
Oh,
Really?
in Breckenridge, Colorado.
Did you feel like a douchebag when you, like, just because it's
I
like,
did, because you'd have to call people up and you knew that you were just bothering them.
yeah,
You'd catch people during dinner and they'd be totally pissed, and I could only sell to women.
really? Did you?
Why?
Like,
And then their boyfriends would pick up the phone and be like, she's not interested, and hang up. I don't know. Not to sound sexist or anything, but maybe dudes are more just, they could pick up bullshit easier or whatever. Girls
What are the
see
ways in the
vacations
scale?
and happier times lying ahead. But 90% of my sales were to women, and guys were just...
what did you say to convince them? What did you say to like wrap them
You
inside?
used to sell like vacuums and shit.
Hey, slut, you want a timeshare?
You would sell like overpriced fluid vacuums that
Well,
cost like $300.
Me and Jeff both sold door to door, but
Really?
I didn't know. I have a story about that.
for the telemarketing
Almost,
thing,
I
it was
almost
just
did.
the timeshares, and
What
it was
is timeshare?
it's essentially a vacation house that you share with other people at different times of the year.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't sell many, and it was the first time that anyone's ever called me a scumbag in real life, and actually meant it. Because there's this guy, and I was like, hey, I'd like to say, he's like, is this a fucking telemarketer? And I was like, well, I'm a salesman trying to, and he's like, put your manager on the phone. I looked around because normally they monitor calls, and I looked around to see if he was like had his earpiece in and he was monitoring the calls, and I didn't see him anywhere. Yeah. And he was like, "Put your manager on the phone," and I was like, "Nope, I'm not gonna do that." And he was like, "Oh, you scumbag," and I was like, "Yep." And then I held up the phone. And the whole thing started like so professionally, and then I just turned into a fucking kid at the end of it. Like, not only did I bother him during whatever the hell he was doing, but then I treated him like an asshole
turned it
and hung
around.
up.
It's it.
And that's, it's like no caller ID. He can't call back. He's probably still pissed off to this day that
I
I did
worked at
that.
I worked at Arby's when I was like 17 or 18, and I went to clean out the, they'd say, hey, go do the toilets, and then I'd go right back and do the fries. So I'd walk back and fucking have my hands dripping with feces and fucking stuff and go handle the fries.
Really?
And then some
Yeah.
guy ate your sandwiches like,
Yeah,
oh, you fucking
he's
scumbag.
like, yeah, you fucking scumbag. This beef tastes like shit. And I was like, well, surprise. Guess what? Guess what else I do? No, but it was always sad to me because I would see these big fat fucks bringing their little fat fuck kids, and I get really bummed out. It's really depressing to see that because the kids don't really know any better.
You know what's most depressing about that? Is that it was Arby's. Arby's is garbage.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Sucks.
Exactly.
Like, everyone's like, oh, you work at McDonald's?
Yeah.
But it's like,
it's McDonald's,
really?
it's
I mean,
like-
at least it's good.
Yeah.
Like, you can't...
Wendy's or something. It's like, oh,
You go to
Wendy's?
McDonald's, you can get like fucking like 6 burgers for $6. You go to Arby's, you spend $7 for a shitty
fucking-
sandwich.
It always kind of blows my mind when people are like, oh, yeah, he works at McDonald's. They make fun of the occupation, but then they eat there at lunch.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can't do that, man. If you're going to hate McDonald's, hate it all the way.
Don't ever go
Don't be
there.
selective about it.
Boycott it completely.
You know, my friend works at McDonald's. What a
At
fucking
least
loser. I'll have the number
McDonald's is
one.
good.
Please. Give me a break, dude.
Jeff, did you have a story about door to door?
I'll tell you, like, yeah, when I was basically desperate for money.
What are standards?
After college, because I was trying to be a freelance illustrator, and that's a little bit harder than you'd imagine. I saw this ad in the newspaper said like it's for like it didn't tell you what it was. It said it was $12 an hour.
That's the same thing that happened to me too.
They trick you. This whole thing is such trickery going on. And
Did you have
yeah, go ahead.
It might tag on, but my friend said like he had if he sold like the shitty floor cleaner, he would get an extra like money boost on his fucking thing.
I think
you
it did say something like that. It was like guaranteed $12
But
an
nobody
hour.
wants to buy a $600 fucking floor cleaner.
So yeah, so like the people, if anybody listening, you probably heard of this company, but they're called Cutco, and they sell.
No, you should actually clarify that. Anybody listening needs to be very wary of ads
Yeah.
for jobs.
Yeah.
McDonald's
My
varies a
door-to-door
lot
shit
in
said
quality
something like,
between
"Hey, you wanna be a
countries,
rock star? You wanna
and
do
sometimes
this
even
and this
just
and this?"
between
yeah.
restaurants.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's very strange.
This is the most bizarre job interview thing I've ever gone on in my life because it's a master class in like brainwashing potential employees. Basically, Cutco is a company known for selling high-end knives. And the way they do this is it's like a little pyramid scheme. They basically hire people in like college or students. They give them a set of knives. They go from like door to door or go to friends' houses and like pity, make the people feel sorry for you, and you sell them these knives which are like go for like $400 a set. You can buy an individual knife for like $80.
Oh, wow.
or
80
like,
for one knife?
Oh, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
because
are they good knives?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say they're quality knives, but the whole way they go about this, because the first thing you do is you go in, you're answering the ad with a bunch of people all at the same time. You go in a room, there's like 40 of you. There's clearly like
This is literally exactly
Right,
what happened to me.
It's like a room full of people.
I
and it's
don't
like, "You're the
know
first to get
about
this dish."
burgers
to, like,
in
a
McDonald's, but
mysterious,
just the
unlabeled
chicken nuggets
building.
and fries.
Show up, you still don't know
very
why
strange.
you're there.
This is like exactly how my friend fucking described it.
And you're sitting in there. I'm sitting in there with a shirt and tie. I'm like,
I was-
I'm all sad
like,
because I don't.
when
have
I was
any
in
fucking
Japan
money.
for a week,
I have like antifreeze running out of the tailpipe of my car, and I don't. Even
I went to
know fucking
McDonald's
why. So I'm
once
sitting
there,
like,
and the fries
I'm
were
like, I just need some
very
money.
different than I'm used to.
Panic
It's
attacks because I have no money.
kind of
So you're
bizarre
sitting in a
that
room with all, and there's
you know,
there's
there could
students,
be such a
there's
difference
very
in
shady
it's
people in there
fucking
that look
fries. How do
very
you,
more
how much
desperate than me. They
difference
look
can there
borderline
be?
homeless.
Yo.
And then a guy comes out and he says, "Yeah, welcome. This is Cutco. We sell knives and various other things, various other products. But for today's purposes, yeah, we're interested in hiring some of you to sell our knives." And then then this is where like the manipulation starts. He starts saying,
What kind of knives are they? Like the Swiss Army knives? Or like
"No, they're like kitchen cutlery."
Kitchen knives. Cutlery. Is that the right word?
So
Cutlery?
he's like, listen, people. We're not gonna hire all you today. We're looking for some special people, and we're very specific because we're looking for the right person.
Only
for
the
this.
best.
Only the best.
Only the best to sell
So
knives. Yeah.
and I'm like, oh geez,
best.
well,
I
I
could-
better smile. I better smile today, unlike every other day of my life. And so he starts calling us in one at a time into his office, and after answering some really bland questions, he's like, "Well, you know what, Jeff, I think you got it. I think you got the stuff to do this."
Yeah, that's, not to set you
No, go
back,
ahead,
but that's
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
what happened with the telemarketing thing. He took me into a back room and he was like, "Read this paper." And then I was like, "Would you like to buy a timeshare in Breckenridge, Colorado?" And he's like, "You got the goods." And I was just like, what the hell are you talking about? It's probably the worst reading I've ever done in my entire
I
life.
guarantee they do that to fucking like everyone.
All these guys telling us this shit, they start out where we were. They know the whole scheme bottom up. So
It's kind of more
But like the
fucked up.
people who are desperate for money, they're like, man, I'm gonna get $12 for selling some fucking cutlery knives.
and I guess they do turn some of the grodier people away, but all the naive idiots,
the malformed
like me who don't
ones?
know what's going on. Yeah,
Malformed? What do
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
they're a little malformed. There
the
were
ones
some
with like
malformed.
clubbed feet get directed to a different door.
The fucking mutants who
This
walk
is
and
just
squabble in there.
this is just a public call. You'll see everybody there.
The ones with
and the
those-
thing is,
the three-headed ones, get out of here.
on the first day, like 40 anonymous people show up to this room, and then the next time you go back, maybe only 8 of them stuck around.
I mean, this
What happened to the mutants?
happened like 15 years ago or something, but I still remember it clear as day. I was sitting in the lobby. I made friends with these two guys. One was like,
I have a question. Did a mutant ever get Employee of the Month?
Anyway, yeah, I made friends with these two other guys. One
Ah,
looks like he was in
fuck,
about
chat
100
crash.
motorcycle accidents. He had
Missed your
scars
message.
like all over him, his face and
So
shit. And this other was a black guy who was wearing a shirt. You ever wear
Or
a
there
shirt,
wasn't
white
a
shirt
message.
and tie, and you wear a colored T-shirt under it?
Oh, so you were like.
Oh, you can
He was
see it
wearing a
through
bright
everything.
yellow
Ah, fuck.
T-shirt with like a logo on it under his shirt and tie. So yeah,
Hold
so
on.
I'm talking to these guys, and we all go. We graduated to the next phase of the. Tell me
Yeah,
this is
Gil.
getting boring. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
don't
good.
know.
It's good. It's
We
immersive.
graduate to the next phase of the master plan to
feel
get
like
us
I'm
to
sitting
sell the
watching.
knives to housewives. Go in the next room, and we're introduced to a new guy who looks like he looks like a cross between Henry Rollins and the fucking Sandman from fucking Marvel Comics, where he's wearing like the striped sweater, but he looks like Henry Rollins.
You were
so
going
he comes down,
insane.
he's like, he's even a better salesman than the last guy. He's like, hey guys, you guys could have a real future here if you do a good job. And he takes us into his office, and his entire office wall is covered in knives and broadswords and bigger broadswords, and they're all etched with his name, and it's like employee of the month, like various months, employee of the year. He's using a fucking like medieval broadsword with like employee of the decade, his name on it, and we're like, oh shit, this guy's
deal.
good stuff.
Employee of the Decade.
This guy is selling Conan swords to somebody
Yeah.
in the general vicinity that needs them.
So the day just this wrapped up, and he said, "Go home, come back tomorrow. We're gonna start the real training tomorrow." So I come back the next day. My mom was already wary of this. She's like, yeah, this is. I don't think you.
Did you try to sell to your parents too?
No, this is the problem because
Did you try to sell them to your parents?
I grew up in the
I did.
fucking country. Not to skip ahead, but yeah, they basically at some point in this whole scheme, they're asking you to write down like 50 names of people that you know that you can go try to sell the knife.
Yeah, they
I know
try
like
to
3.
immediately rope your
Oh my
family
God.
and friends down.
That's
yeah.
Dude.
Up.
So you start, and they start playing these fucking games with you. They're like, all right, we're gonna do some team building exercises. You know that shit where like
You fall.
you catch each other
Oh,
and
God.
you have to like put your hands on everybody else's shoulders and like form a ring. And, yeah,
Oh, God.
It's just weird games they're playing with you, and then it starts to get a little weirder. Now we're all sitting in a circle on wooden chairs, right? They're almost like intentionally uncomfortable wooden chairs.
So they downgraded you.
No, they didn't. No, this is where we started. And over in the corner, there's some padded chairs.
Ah,
and he's
fuck,
like,
my
"All
back
right,
hurts
people,
like a bitch.
I want you to make a list of. He wanted us to make a list of 50 people we could eventually contact to sell knives. But he said, listen, pick out like the top 5 people, and I want you to cold call them tonight. And if you whoever can manage to get the most appointments by tomorrow, because I want you to come back tomorrow and report back to me. Whoever gets the most appointments gets to sit in the padded chair. The 2 top people.
Wow,
Everybody else
what?
gets to sit in the wooden chairs.
Do you know what's funny about this like situation?
What's that?
This story. My friend told me the exact same thing. He told me like it was like a leveling system where you eventually get.
Oh yeah.
The cool room with all the drinks and stuff.
Oh, it keeps going.
But
It keeps going.
he said like, unfortunately, I was like, hey dude, how did you do? He's like, I didn't try. It was too hard.
I'll tell you the brilliance of the
Okay.
whole plan. But basically, it keeps going. So now he says, I didn't go back the next day. I'll just cut ahead for a moment. But back to day 2. He said, and now he's like, listen, guys, I don't want to get your hopes up and get you all excited, but I want to tell you some very exciting things about what happens if you do well here. And we're like, oh well. He's like, now listen. He's like, the more knives you sell, and he's like, when you start out, you're gonna get a low percentage of the profits, but the more knives you sell, the higher percentage you're gonna get. He's like, if once you sell 50 sets, now you start rolling in the money, guys. Now this is the good. Now you're into the good stuff. He's like, and you know what happens then? He's like, at the end of the year, whoever sells the most knives, you want to know what happens? He's like, we rent you a limo. You get to go out on the town with some cash on us.
Wow.
To go around town, eat, have fun. Everybody's thinking, oh well, this sounds.
Good.
Right? He's like, yeah, and he's like, you get to take somebody And we're like, a friend? He's like, no, you get to go with me. You and me together. On the town.
Holy shit!
Wow.
That's
he
really
look-
nice of him.
Did he look
Yeah.
cool?
What?
Was he cool looking?
He's an asshole.
This is
No.
knife guy, right?
Did he have a
This is
sweet like
okay.
Hawaiian shirt?
He was the most...
Ace Ventura get up?
No, he looked like... This is the Henry Rollins. He looks like Henry Rollins, but a salesman. He's like... He's just such a salesman. He's such a soulless salesman. He's like, guys, you get to go out in the town with me in a limo all night.
Gee, I wonder why.
Don't you think that's great?
I mean, you're in a
And I
limo,
was
so
like-
you're just thinking, oh, a limo.
Now at this point, as some of you guys might have realized, even earlier in the podcast, when I'm not happy, I start making like faces, and I realize it. I'm like. I started frowning. I'm not very good at hiding. So he calls me into his office. He's like, hey, excuse me, just what's your name? Jeff? Can I talk to you in my office? I'm getting reprimanded and I don't even fucking work there. Calls me into his office with all the broadswords on the wall.
Did he kill you?
No, he's like, hey, listen, I might be...
Chris. He killed him.
Cut your head off with his sword.
He killed him,
Astute
Chris.
commentary, Chris.
Sometimes I can see through Jeff. I was wondering.
Yeah, no. Well, I was nervous. I was nervous because I don't like being yelled at. But he's like, listen,
Did he see your piece?
I could swear that it seems like you don't want to be here.
Oh.
And I was so nervous because, like, A, I didn't like the confrontation at the time, and B, I needed the money. So I'm like, no. I want to be here. You totally misjudged me. He's like, because I don't know, because you look kind of unhappy out there,
Dude,
Jeff.
no. I want to party with you,
Yeah, it's like, no, man, listen, I can do this. And I said all this, and he's like, all right, well, my mistake. And we went back out there, and he went through his whole spiel about saying how they'd usually give the knife sets away to the new recruits as like a example set to show people. But he's like, well, enough people start just taking them and leaving, and they don't come back. So we're gonna have you buy the set.
Oh my.
For the discount, nice discount of $300. When they're normally like $450.
How many knives are in the set? It's like a chef
Nah,
knife.
like a dozen.
It's like a basic. It's like a regular block of knives, like a.
Do you have
basic block?
like
and that's
those
not only
knives that like for like bread that you don't make anymore, and like stuff that you don't actually cut?
It's like a fucking.
Are you cutting like fucking lamb legs every night?
You have to level up in like a fucking video game. Even with the knives you sell, you can't even sell all their products at day one. You have to earn it. He's like, after you sell like 5 sets, then you're allowed to sell the pizza cutter.
Did you say it was 400?
Then after that, you can sell the wooden block to put your knives in, but you can't sell them right off the bat.
Did you say it was
Are you
450 for a
serious?
dozen knives?
You're gonna look like a fucking idiot coming
it was
up.
around that. Yeah, it was
You could
450.
buy ice
You're gonna
skates for
carry
that, like Tom Hanks.
They're supposedly high quality.
Cut open coconuts.
Well,
And-
you're gonna carry a dozen butter knives. Like, listen, I need to upgrade to a fucking pizza cutter. Can you please
I
buy
don't know.
my fucking butter knives?
I can't comment on the actual quality of the knives because they did this whole demonstration where the knives cut through thick leather hides,
Well, yeah, they're
cut through a
fucking
penny,
knives.
and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, when the fuck are you ever gonna need to cut through a penny? But the knives did it. They cut through the penny. They had like some carbon fiber handle
If you were
thing.
to cut through your wife's bones, that'd be useful.
They had some.
Saw through them.
They had some
Fear in
pre-brainwashed
their eyes.
girl come out. She was already pre-brainwashed and gave us the whole routine of like what you're supposed to do when you meet the housewives.
Yeah.
There's a whole script.
Yeah.
It's very important you stick to the script, they say.
Is this like?
I never
No
did.
improv. No going crazy with it.
What?
No improvising.
No, not really. It's like you can. He's like you can make it your own a little bit, but it's important you stick to the
But
script.
the one thing you learn is that housewives are the most bored, needing of human interaction people on the face of the planet. So
Yeah.
the script goes right out the window. You just start talking to them like
she-
normal people.
When
They're just
she
happy to see you
when
most
she
of the time.
read the script, was she kind of like, yes, I want your knives? Was she like very enthusiastic? Did she almost feel like an actor? But at the time, you're just kind of like.
She was okay. I think that's why they brought her in because she was one of their.
She didn't feel like a
better,
stage performer?
She was doing well at the time. She was in college. So she was there to convince us how to do this to the bored housewives.
Jeff, could you do it on me right now if I'm the housewife? Could you still know what it is?
Zach is a housewife.
We're all the housewives.
Zach is a housewife.
All right, okay. Ding dong.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello.
I'm Amanda from
hus-
Cutco.
Get away from me, Ray! Ray! He's got knives.
Steve, get the shotgun. Here, let's do a different one. Okay, let's do it for real.
what's going on
Ding
here?
dong. Oh, my husband left. To the army.
Well, I'm a girl,
Oh,
so
my breasts are so
lesbian.
don't you want to see our knives cut through
I want to
pennies?
see your penis cut
quarters?
through mine.
Well, I like cooking. I like cooking.
How many
You're in
women
luck.
live in this house?
Stop, you slut.
I've just earned the right to
I'm
sell
the
you a
hottest.
spatula.
Yeah, there's like 4 women in this house. You
My breasts
just
are the
pull your
biggest.
wiener out and fuck
It's like
off
a
with
Mormon
right
family, 5 wives.
This sounds,
so wait,
dude, I could sell like 2 grand worth of knives in this
So
house if I do well.
I am an exotic woman. Okay, you can hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
I am looking for all sorts of knives.
Yeah.
Pizza knives, bread
Well,
knives.
you're in luck.
Fucking noodle knives.
You are
How's
in
a
luck.
noodle knife?
Like action knives.
Noodle knives.
What do you got?
Action knives.
You have a tiny little knife for cutting a noodle?
Just a noodle. Yeah.
Yeah, one noodle.
What kind of knives you got?
Oh, we got the.
No, what kind of knives do you got?
What kind of knives you got? Buffalo too.
steak knives.
Steak. I don't eat steak. My teeth will fall out.
My husband makes steak.
Well, good thing because they can cut your steak into tiny little pieces.
Oh.
And if you don't like
That's
your
actually
husband, you can
that's
kill
actually a
him
pretty
with him.
damn good like sale pitch. Like if somebody if someone's like I can't eat it, it's like well you cut it into
Yeah.
microscopic
Tinier
pieces, just
yeah.
slide down your throat like noodles.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter.
there you go. See, maybe
like
maybe I was in
applesauce.
maybe I shouldn't have gone into
That's not a good
animation
sales
and did
pitch
this.
at all. That's a very bad one.
Corey.
That's bad.
Listen,
not
Jeff.
Alright.
This isn't role play hour. This is Jeff's
it's
story
fine.
about fucking getting fucked.
I was terrified. Yeah, so basically, when he pulled out the knives and he's like waiting for us to hand over our check of $300, I ran out of the building. I'm like, I'll be right back. I'm just
you
gonna
run
get
like
the
me?
money from my mom.
How
I
fast
never
did
came
you
back.
run?
Did you run away like Hal from Malcolm in the Middle?
I didn't run. I walked.
You're like
Did you walk proudly?
No.
Did you not? Give
I
a fuck?
cowered. I ran like Gollum out of the building. I'm like,
Did you tuck your dick between your legs and walk
yes.
away? Okay.
I was ashamed.
Tuck a dick
I
between your
even.
I can't believe you
I
stood
felt
there.
tricked because I sat through like a day and a half of this shit.
No, because I did the same exact thing. Like, I walked in there with the same thing, and I walked into the same room with the same 40 people.
Yeah.
And I went in there with my friend Bob at the time, and he was my best friend at the time. We used to fucking do everything together. We used to blow each other, fuck each other. I beat you guys to it, so whatever.
I
You were
wasn't.
gonna say that, you
I wasn't even
disgusting
thinking
pervert.
that. I was thinking you guys had
was
fun
thinking, whoa, you
outside
had another friend,
playing
really nice.
pretend superhero adventures.
You ruined it.
Last
you
thing I
derailed
thought
it,
was you were
sexual
fucking him against the tree
fantasy.
and
You always
setting
have
him
to
up.
rub everything in the smut.
We're
That's
not
the
your
first thing you thought
therapist
if it
here.
had a tree involved.
Listen,
I walked in there with
fuck
Bob. We sat down.
Fuck him up his ass.
you blow him and fuck him.
We fucked him after. We fucked after the
Fuck his
fact.
cock.
But no, so we sat in the big crowd of 40
fucked.
weird people and dudes with bullet wounds and shit like that.
Wait, there's fucking veterans in there with no legs looking to sell knives.
Did you not hear what Jeff said earlier? This fucking weird
You
mutant.
scored. You said there were mutants everywhere.
Yeah, but I was thinking. I didn't think there was crocodile people.
Club
I thought there was a form of.
When you put an ad in the paper, what do you expect to turn up? It's well-adjusted human
Bill
beings.
Gates.
It's people that need jobs. Anyways, Corey.
Listen,
I showed up with my
Crocodile Man could sell a fucking knife.
Crocodile man. What the fuck?
I showed up with my friend Bob. We sat in a room with 40 fucking weird, broken people. And he's only critical to the story
Who are
because
these people?
when we first went in there, there's a guy, and he was the main
Right now
guy that
it's,
came up to the front
Stamper
to do the
TV
whole
talking.
speech. His
Yeah.
name was Skip, and I only remember that
Skip,
because he
right.
was like 950 pounds. Me and Bob called him Skip Giblet because we couldn't remember his last name. It was like Makazanwanika Witch Wish.
Right.
Skip was his
So we
last
just
name.
called him Giblet.
His first name was my dog.
What?
My dog Skip.
Chris, go over there and be quiet.
Skip giblets? Did he skip dog food hour?
No, he was just fat, and his name was Skip.
So the irony was Skip could never skip because he was.
The irony was, let me finish the fucking story.
Okay.
Anyways,
You fuck Skip.
he
Sorry, go on.
he did the brain games on me and Bob early because when I walked in there with Bob, I knew that something was off. And Bob kind of did too, so he fell asleep in his chair. And meanwhile, Skip was at the front of the room and he was like, look at what I have. I have this fucking empire. We sold vacuum cleaners. It's exactly like Jeff's story, but with vacuum cleaners instead of knives. And then he went up there and told us this fucking story when he came home when he was a kid. He saw his mom in her bed killing herself, and he was like, and now look at me now. And I watched my mom die. And then I had to raise my 6 or 7 brothers and sisters by myself. And Bob fell asleep.
Yeah.
And then he pointed at Bob at one point, and he was like, get the fuck out of here. You don't belong in here. Get out. And then Bob was like, what? What? Wait, what? And I was like, dude, you need to get out of here. He's like really mad at you right now. So he made an example of Bob and then made everybody else in the room feel like they were privileged to be in there. And then he kept going with his fucking bullshit story about like how you're destined for fame and fortune.
I got the look at me now. I got the look at me now thing too. I'm like, I was down on my luck and working at McDonald's, but look at me now.
When you were telling
everybody in this room was down on their luck, and look at us now, and we're still in bad shape.
Yeah.
When you were telling that story, I zoned out, and it went from really lighthearted to really dark. And when I zoned back in, and you were talking about dead people.
Yeah, because you're falling asleep on the couch.
Yeah.
You know, people actually want you to contribute to the podcast, Chris.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Are we gonna get up full
But you're not
all these
trying,
comments
though.
like?
I am trying. I was waiting to tell my story about GameStop, but you all trailed off.
Chris, what are 3 of your favorite foods?
Go, hurry.
Brunch.
The bomb's gonna go off.
Brunch ice cream, jalapeno pizza, Thai green curry,
You like Chewits?
blueberries, Chewits. I haven't eaten a Chewits in a while.
What the fuck is brunch ice cream?
It's yummy. It's pink and it's covered in flakes.
Poop.
Poop,
What?
doo-doo,
I don't eat
doo-doo
poop.
flakes. You eat doo-doo flakes, little bag.
Brunch isn't a food, it's a
What-
mealtime.
Brunch is an ice cream.
What kind of farts do you
What's your
suck
favorite
out of
dinner?
butts?
It's a pink ice cream. It's really delicious.
What's your favorite food? Breakfast. Okay, makes a lot of sense.
Cheerios is good. Cocoa Pops is good.
Cocoa Puffs?
Cocoa Pops.
Hold on.
What the hell are Cocoa
Pow!
Pops?
Gotta have my
They're
pops.
like, they're Cocoa Pops. What,
All right.
What the fuck do you mean what are Cocoa Pops?
Chris.
Do you know
Hey,
what-
Americans, what are Cocoa Pops?
Are you serious? We don't have Lucky Charms.
What?
We don't have Lucky Charms.
I didn't ask
You do
that. I
now.
asked
What
what
the
the
hell you
fuck
talking
Are they just
Pops
called
were.
You do
charms,
now.
or are they
We don't
called
have
regular
those.
Are
charms?
Cocoa
Period.
Pops little black chocolate balls like this?
No, they're little Cocoa
Are they
Puffs.
called like American charms?
Pups?
Puffs.
You say-
Pops. They're called Cocoa Pops, and they have the little monkey on the front.
Oh yeah, of course, the little monkey. Yeah, of course.
His name's Coco.
We have Cocoa.
Oh, you mean Cocoa Krispies?
You guys,
What the?
I have a question.
Are they teeny tiny?
Yes.
I have a question.
Oh, they're Rice
They're like
Krispies.
Rice Krispie chocolate.
I have a,
Okay, so
I have a question.
They're called Cocoa Pops.
No, they're not. They're called Cocoa Krispies. They were invented in America.
I have a question.
Kellogg's American, yes or no?
I have an important question that
No.
will deliver.
Dan, fuck you!
I have an important
Is it
question
really not
that is
American?
important
I don't think so.
to the podcast.
Well,
As-
Kellogg's is
No
American.
goblins
Fuck
do
you.
not eat cereal.
Listen,
What?
it's not about goblins and what sort of fucking.
Regale us, Corey.
This is an important
Everyone's
story.
going to be really
Here we go.
quiet to listen to your important
Everybody, here, we come,
story.
here it comes.
Who
Here it
wants to
comes.
hear the story about the little 8-year-old kid who showed me his penis as a Power Ranger?
I want to hear that after my game.
How did you go from cereal to that,
Another
Corey?
fucking intersection car crash by Corey. The story is like going 90 mile an hour down the road.
Thank you, Zach. I was
Hold
about
on.
to say we should start calling Corey
This is bullshit.
T-Bone
This is
because
bullshit.
everything he
Let
does
him
is
T-Bone sounds like a husky black guy. Isn't even close to my fucking
Whoa,
like.
can I tell
First of all, my story is
No,
when I was young.
Stamper's not done. Stamper's not done.
yogurt, wolves, cake.
I wanted to tell
Bananas,
you. I want to tell you a story about GameStop.
Okay.
Corey,
Stamper's not done yet, is it?
what was his story?
Well, tell me
Let
more.
him finish.
You asked me what brunch was.
Corey.
That's all I
Bag
remember.
sandwich.
I feel like I was done.
Oh.
Oh, just do a quick
This was-
ender.
What happens
This
when
was
you're
actually
like, you're like,
important.
wait, I have to stop this right now to talk about.
This was actually brought up by a fellow.
Yeah, what goes on in your
This
mind?
was a Sleepy Cabin fan. He asked,
But
"Tell me the story
what-
about the Power
what-
Ranger dude who showed
Corey,
you your penis." This
You
is.
gotta wait your
Why
turn.
do you have to? What?
What the fuck?
That's my topic interruption.
What? Well, do you think he can finish? Because there's no way we can go back to it.
Look, just try to do
Wait.
simple. Just try to do a
You
little,
already
just a little
said.
cap.
You
Just a
already
little
said.
cap.
You already
Say-
said he walked out while Mr. fucking Brown was talking about his knife collection.
Not
You already
him,
said he
Stamper.
left.
Stamper.
Stamper was talking about
Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa
Chris
Krispies.
interrupted him.
a fucking yellow. Who gives a shit?
No, but when you're like, no, listen, guys, I have to stop this now to talk about this totally other thing.
And I wanted to tell him a GameStop story.
What the?
Yeah, no. See, when you do that, it's like people talking about like computers and you're like, no, I have to interject right now, and then you start talking.
And 6 hours later, it's gone.
Like blueberry pies.
I have 45 liters of beer inside me. I need to tell the
Stop
story
drinking.
before I can't
drinking
speak
it.
anymore.
Stop drinking it!
45 ounces of beer in you.
Same thing.
Corey.
Holy shit.
Stamper, you want to do a little bumper? Be like, anyways, that's when I worked at the place.
Did it?
Because he interrupted you with breakfast.
I don't even know what's going on anymore,
I interrupted him with breakfast?
You
What?
interrupted him with something. and
You were
he got
talking
mad at
about
you and said,
Cocoa
"What are you
Puffs
doing
and,
to
like,
the food?"
He asked me what my favorite food was for some reason.
I don't even know how we
Because you
segued
interrupted
into
him.
cereal.
Neither do I, and I did not interrupt shit.
You interrupted him. He said, "Chris, what's your favorite food?"
That's because you were about to segue, and I didn't tell my story because you all ignored
Hey Chris. Hey Chris, didn't you work at GameStop?
me.
Wow.
You're like
It
the
was
you're like
cool.
the black tractor trailer in Terminator 2. Like you just smash through the bridge and land in the and you just keep going.
Listen,
What?
when you put alcohol into my gullet, there's no
we know.
telling what's
We
coming
know.
out of it. Go ahead, tell you.
I have Rush H2O that Gosh Bub gave me. Makes me pee out my holy water. Chris, you know what? Anyways, hey, today I was at GameStop and I saw a retarded person dying in the streets. Chris, didn't you work at GameStop?
Yes.
That's the worst segue I've ever
What?
heard.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you
ruin
do
it
it.
again.
Okay.
Why'd you talk to your right shoulder?
Stamper, you do a segue to GameStop.
Okay, fine. All right, so I sold. Wait, yeah.
What the fuck? Damn Paladin's screaming in my ear.
Paladins, this is
Ow! Jesus.
Yeah, why don't you take the thingy off?
My name is Man.
Okay,
with
so
my monster can and I will blow
shut
you up.
All right, so long story short, I sold vacuum. Actually, I have a lot to say about that fucking job.
Well, let's say more.
Yeah, you went to like a poor place and you were trying to sell like $80 vacuum cleaners where
Oh yeah,
clearly
you
people
said
couldn't even afford.
you stopped your story when the dude was like, "Bob, get out of here."
But then eventually Bob came back to work. I guess it was just scare tactics. Anyways, the same exact story that Jeff had, verbatim, just with vacuum cleaners. And then I went door to door selling vacuum cleaners, but the problem with the vacuum cleaners were they were $3,000 vacuum cleaners.
Damn, did they shoot liquid and shit?
And to ease the blow, you could give them the carpet shampoo as well,
Yeah,
which
that-
is
that-
another
that's what I'm talking about, carpet
$1,500.
I was. Oh yeah. Okay.
And they sent me to the ghetto to sell vacuum
sell
cleaners to
$3,000
people that
vacuum
could barely
cleaners.
afford their fucking rent.
Yeah, they're starving by McDonald's.
I didn't
It's
sell
like-
anything.
Yeah.
I
So
remember-
sell me a
Tell me
vacuum
this
cleaner.
story. Tell me a story where you walked up and like this
Stamper.
person with like 6 kids.
There was one story that the one that I remember the most was I went to this old woman's house, and I was like, hey, I'm basically selling vacuum cleaners. I was pretty much done, and she was like, are they good? Because the whole thing is like I had to bring out my vacuum cleaner and tell them to bring out their vacuum cleaner,
do a side by side,
and then do a comparison.
Yeah.
And in some cases, go in and sprinkle dirt into their carpet and be like, use your piece of shit vacuum cleaner to pull the dirt out of that carpet, and then I'll show you what mine can do. Like that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to bring out their fucking vacuum cleaner and do chores because some asshole came to their door.
Or sprinkle
And just
dead
surprise
earthworms
them.
on the ground so you can.
We had an old man on our street did this every year to my family. He'd come in with his vacuum and his ball bearings, and he'd vacuum up the ball bearings and be like, check it out.
Who cares? It's ball bearings.
Like how strong it is anyway.
What time are you ever gonna vacuum up fucking like small metal balls?
But no, there's.
I think you're just supposed to show the strength of the vacuum anyway.
Shattering the eardrums of the old man.
This old woman though, she was more concerned with getting the cat piss out of her rug. She had
Blarer
like 9
falling
cats,
asleep.
and the
See
cats
ya
just pissed
later,
on her
man.
rug. And
Good
even when
night.
I was younger, I was just like,
Have a
maybe
good
we should get a cat
snooze.
box, something like that. Anyways, she had this big yellow spot of cat piss, and because Skip Giblet was like, this is the best carpet shampoo ever, it could pick up everything, he totally got me, like it totally could pick up everything. I ran over this cat piss spot on her carpet at least 3 different times. And then at one point she was like, I have to go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. And when she went to the bathroom, I took this big potted plant that she had in her living room and I slid it over the cat piss. And then I left and I never
You
came
think
back.
she went down the diagonal
Yeah, like
of the fucking
her-
house?
Like I was covering something.
Like she
I was
forgets.
hiding the cat piss.
Stamp, did you ever consider?
forgets
did
the
you ever
layout of
consider
her own
Stamp
house.
that was her piss?
Yeah.
And
Oh, that
cat-
she was like,
Yeah,
maybe
she
he
was
was a
pissing
fool.
everywhere.
like
Maybe
I
she-
I
maybe
came
she
into
knew
her,
about-
to her world and she was like, oh, this guy can
the
clean
cat's
up her
peeing
piss.
everywhere. I can't help
Maybe
it.
she she knew about skip giblets and she set up that piss urine thing, moved the potted plant just in case you saw the
This isn't Inception, Corey.
realistically,
I'm saying some
though,
old
I'm
bitch
saying
pissed on the floor because
Listen.
her husband's been dead.
Anyways, that job was over. The end.
bitch falling out.
I kept his vacuum cleaners and he got pissed off and I had to return them.
Stamper.
And then I worked at Walmart, TJ Maxx, Pizza Hut, then the telemarketer.
You said Pizza Hut was pretty good.
Stamper, would you?
Oh, Pizza Hut's a great company.
Yeah, because you get
This
tips.
podcast brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Pizza's
Get
pretty
your
good.
dirty pepperonis right now for
Pizza
free.
Hut, to this day, is the best company I have ever worked for in my life.
I've had friends who work for like
Including Newgrounds and Sleepy Cabin. The best company I've ever worked for.
I worked in my dad's office over summers in college, Verizon. You ever see, Office Space?
Verizon.
That shit is 100% accurate.
I've never had a legitimate office
Space
type
is
job.
fucking
No,
accurate.
I have in Florida. I did have a weird fucking office job down there. That's all excluding. Oh, and I also worked at Kmart. I don't know if I said that.
Yes.
My office job in Florida. When I started getting into professional design and stuff like that, I exclude those as jobs. That's just this.
Hobby building.
There's this like a clay ball of shit, just
Yeah.
like mashed together. I don't even count them anymore.
I feel
but-
bad. The only job I've ever had is working on the phones of Scholastics. And you know what's funny? That place actually got shut down from fucking up an order for thousands of dollars because they just sort of ignored the phone calls. And then they got sued.
Chris,
That's what happens.
tell her, don't you GameStop.
Well, I went to GameStop and I was like, hey, how much am I gonna get for this? $30? Wow, I was like fucking 6-year-old game. Are you kidding me?
For like $5.
You guys are gonna be pissed, right? Because
Yeah.
in GameStop, nothing very interesting happened, right? Except I was told a story by one of my superiors that was really cool.
What was the story told by?
Did he
one of
piss his
the
pants and everyone fucking clapped him?
No, but P was involved, right? So he told me.
Dude, I got
He tells me when he was younger, he was bullied. He was picked on. He lived in Dublin, right? In a real shitty part of Dublin, which is like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I don't like Dublin. I hate it. Okay, it's a boring, horrible place. Anyways,
Is it because you want punched in the face?
yeah, it's because I was walking down the street and a
Have
guy
you-
clocked me in the jaw and split my lip open for no
Realistic
reason.
question.
What?
Have you ever pissed in your hand and hit someone in the face with it?
Corey, you are sick.
Have you? It's hard. It hurts.
I do that daily, dude.
The piss makes it hurt.
You smack him.
It's like getting slapped by a wet fish. But anyways, Corey. Anyways, okay, so the guy lives in Dublin in a shitty.
This is important.
He lives in a great shitty life, okay? His life is shitty and he's a little kid, right? And this kid called
but he sells
Bobby.
potatoes.
This kid called Bobby picks on him every day, right? And he gets his
Probably
friends
deserves it.
gets his friends to hold him down and they all pee on him, right? He's like, "Arr!" Right? And then so they used to walk down through to get to town, they take a shortcut.
Hold on.
Shut up, Corey.
Hold on.
To get to town, they go through a shortcut over a field and then over a
Corey, shut up!
It's important.
Shut up! No, it's not. It's never important.
Were you stalking the Call of Duty case? He's like, listen.
What are you talking
I
about?
pissed in this Bobby guy's mouth.
No! You misinterpreted everything.
Corey, shut up!
This is it.
Shut up and stop talking forever, Corey.
This is real, folks. This is real.
Okay, okay, so Corey, I'm gonna give you a basic breakdown of what we have so far, okay? A kid gets bullied, gets pissed on, his name's, let's say his name is,
Billy.
Samus.
Samus. It's not a bounty hunter.
Samus.
No, his name is Brian, okay?
Brian
gets held
I don't
down
like
by
Brian.
Brian gets held down
JJ.
by Bobby, gets peed on by him and all his friends, right? So he's like,
Brian is a tougher name than Bobby.
he holds resentment to
I
this
agree.
Bobby fellow. They used to,
Brian
they used to
kicked Bobby's ass.
listen. He goes to town every day, right? He walks through a field, and he lives in the
Jeff, shut up!
He lives in the same
Shut your fucking mouth!
lives in the same neighborhood as Bobby, right? So he has
this
to be
gonna be
careful.
Corey, shut up!
What is this, smear?
Corey, I swear to God, shut the fuck up. Corey, shut up.
You listen to me.
Shut up.
Last time we did a shit debate, you were telling me shut up, and I couldn't explain my points because you were like, shut up.
Whose story is it?
What color was the pee?
It was orange. Anyways, they used to have to go to town, or they would wanted to go to town at the weekends, right? So they walk over a field. At the end of this field was a big old fence, right? So they have to climb over the fence, right? And one day, Brian and Bobby are walking through the field. And they're like, we'll just let each other walk this one time. So they're both climbing over the fence, right? Brian gets over it, no problem. Bobby fucking falls over it, and he's hanging by his fingers through the fence, right? His fingers got caught, and he's like, Brian, help! help me! I'm being caught by my fingers, get help! And Brian's like, no! And he runs away. And then he comes back later, and the kid fell off the fence, and both of his fingers are still on the fence. So he got yanked off by his fingers, and he had to go to town to get help, and he couldn't reattach him because it was too late.
I forget, what does it have to do with GameStop?
He was the guy, he was my superior at GameStop.
Oh, he was superior. He had no
fucking-
fingers.
No.
My superior, he's the one who got peed on by the guy with no
He was
fingers.
Brian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
dude.
your guy at GameStop, a
He
guy,
got peed on, and he got his.
he
got
allowed
his,
some kid to get his fingers ripped off and fucking deformed for life.
yeah, he peed on him.
How do you lead to that?
What would you say to him?
So like the worst thing that happened at GameStop
Chris,
was
shut up!
I would have
sold
done
like
the right thing.
Superman 64. That was like the worst thing that happened.
I would have
at
done the
GameStop.
right thing.
Yeah.
And I would have.
All I had to do was sit around and take games out of their cases and put them in little
Listen.
plastic sleeves. That was the worst of my
Chris,
life.
if I was Brian, I would have pissed directly into his mouth. I'd be like, "Hey, how's it taste?"
I think getting your
horrible?
fingers ripped off is just as good as a dessert. Okay?
You pissed on him?
He got his middle and index finger ripped
Yeah,
off.
'cause he,
yeah.
could
Yeah,
Damn, how
so
did that
he could never finger a girl. or
he
his
can,
back.
but it would just would not be as good.
He could do his pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, his pinky and his ring
He can
finger.
still do one in the pink and one in the stink.
Gross.
Unless he puts two in the stink and a thumb in the pink.
He could just fist her with his gross stub hand.
Or he could just like lick her out.
He would have to hold his hand like a autistic retard.
Or he could use the other hand. Problem solved.
You're right.
He could have a huge hook on his hand and hook her pussy.
Problem solved.
Stamper, if you were at a store,
I like how that was Chris's job story. It
I
had
told
nothing
you.
to do with the job.
Look, the only
Stamper.
2 jobs I've ever had were walking up and downstairs with boxes to put into the back of my dad's van, and then he'd buy me a Game Boy game or something.
Welcome to the world of jobs.
Yes, it's
Those
boring.
Are jobs.
And GameStop was just sitting in the back room in the cold, and people are, and then you have to just you have to use this little thing and put in a 15-digit number and then print it onto the back of the sleeve, and then you put it in the drawer. The
Every
end.
job that
so sorry,
everybody
Chris.
has is a conveyor belt. Do
I know.
this, do this.
I know.
go
I'm not
home.
complaining. I'm saying that's what my job was.
Stamper.
Yeah.
A homeless man.
Shut up, Corey.
Stamper, I have a real thing to ask you.
No, is this?
Okay, Corey.
Fucking kidding me? You can't keep telling me shut up. I'm not a jewelry box.
They keep,
What?
What the?
they keep talking.
Okay, a homeless man gives you a box. He's like, I need you to keep this forever.
What's in it?
This is my home.
Can
I want you to hold on to this for life.
Can I just interject for 1
He's
second?
pissed in it, he's
Corey,
shitting in it,
Corey,
and he gives it to
Corey,
you.
Corey.
What do
You
you
mean a
do?
cardboard box or like
Yeah.
a little-
Corey!
It's like a TV
Corey!
box. A CTR TV
Corey!
box.
Wait. Do you like
have to say-
granola cereal?
You have to say Corey.
I like granola cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Do you like with bananas?
Yes!
Yeah, me too.
Dude,
If you dipped a banana into a granola, would it cling?
Almond granola
Yeah,
cereal.
I think so.
Okay.
Jeff, if you were at a store with a big staircase, a big concrete staircase,
You ruined my story!
and you smacked
Oh,
you-
This is
This is
important.
Wow.
old lady.
What am I getting heckled on stage? Come on, what is this?
Yeah.
What, an audience? You die?
Jeff, what if you were at a store and you
Hold
see an
on.
old lady and you push her
Hold
up and
on.
she breaks her neck? Would you feel bad?
Give me a second. This is an
Yes.
important story. So a homeless man gives you
What
a
do you
shitty.
think of Vladimir Putin's invasion?
Boo!
A homeless man gives you a shitty pissy box. He's like, here, I need you to hold on to this. What do you do with it?
What?
He gives,
You farted it.
he gives you a farty, poopy, pissy box. He's like, I need you to keep on to this. This is my
I would
home.
not touch it.
I'm upgrading to my fridge box. I need you to hold on to my CRTV box.
This is my old house.
If it's a box
Why
that you
is so
live in, it's
specific?
like a refrigerator.
No, it's a box.
No,
It's
it's a
a
box.
jewelry
He
box.
lived in it.
This
box
sounds
to
like this
refrigerator.
happened.
He lived in a CRTV giant box. He gives it to you. He's like, I need you to hold on to this box.
A what TV?
I need you to shut up, Corey.
No, it's a scenario. What do you do with the box?
I don't understand the logic.
He gives you.
He gives you a smelly
He's
box.
giving you his home.
Stamper.
What do you do with
Stamper,
it?
Bill Gates walks up to you and says, "I'm gonna die of cancer, and one day here, have this. You might."
He gives you his pissy, shitty, farty box.
No, not a pissy farty box. It's a small jewelry box with a little lipstick kiss on it. And he says, "Stamper, here you go." And he runs away. And then like 10 years go by, and because he says, "Don't open this ever." And then 10 years go by, and you're like, "What's in this?" And you open it. His tooth is inside there.
A little toot.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. You were gonna open the CRTV, and
I
his
beat you
dog
to it.
was gonna.
What
fart.
is a Sierra TV?
CRT TV?
What the fuck does that mean, Corey?
Cat food, Ray Tube, actually.
What is?
Wow, Jeff.
You don't know what a CRT TV is?
Oh,
God damn it!
No, a CRT. I get what.
Yeah.
I thought he was saying Sierra TV.
Oh, no.
Oh,
CRTV.
CRTV.
Exactly.
Do you know letters,
Do you
Corey?
remember?
CRT.
Do you remember long
Homeless
ago
man
when
gives you a
TVs
CRT
were
TV.
4, 3
Damn it.
dimensions?
No, I
Damn it!
I also thought he was saying CRT.
Oh yeah, I heard
I
him.
mean, the round,
I thought it was a brand like Sierra
round tube,
TVs,
yeah.
like
I had
Vizio.
Analog.
Those were pretty. Yeah, those
I
were
was just
pretty-
trying
Back
to
in the
create a
day,
humble
yeah.
scenario where you don't give the homeless man back his home and he comes back later because his fucking fridge
I
got
would've been
caved in
like-
from the rain.
Can I interest you in some real estate? And then gave him the box.
You guys you wanted me to talk about the dude who showed me his fucking penis.
Yeah.
Like people wanted to know about that.
Yeah.
Because I went to that and I'm like, whoa.
You gotta make it a quick
You
story
have
though.
3 minutes.
All right, you quick story. Okay, it was a hot summer day.
Hot summer.
It was fucking shitty out. I didn't enjoy being outside. I went outside this guy's house.
Okay, you went to your friend's house.
It was my friend's house, yeah. And this
Okay.
kid next door, he's like, hey, come over to my house. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like it. So we went over to his house. Because we were
You
fucking...
didn't feel like it, but you went over anyway. Okay.
He had stuff, and he was wearing like an outfit.
Okay. What kind of an outfit?
Like he was like, I want to show you what I learned on Power Rangers.
What?
He was wearing like some fucking
Oh.
like
Oh, I
baby
guess it
outfit. I don't know. He was like a little kid. He was a
Okay.
weird kid.
How old were you and how old was he?
I was like, I think like 13, maybe 14.
Okay.
And we went over to his house. I was like, show us. What the fuck are you doing? He's like, it's a Power Ranger move. And he pulled his shirt up like one of those kids who's about to pee into a toilet like a big boy for once. And then he fucking showed me his little Jimmy. And he was like wiggling it around and like singing the Power Ranger song.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's gay. You're gay. And then we went back. We ran home. And my mom, she had all these fucking popsicles frozen from the start. And I had a strawberry popsicle, and my friend had a grape popsicle. It's fucking bullshit because I wanted the fucking strawberry popsicle. And he was fucking hogging the grape one.
Okay.
Wait, you wanted the strawberry? Here's
I wanted to like mix them together in a bowl.
Mom's short.
Jeff looks so fucking.
I cut it up.
right now.
I cut it up. I put it into the bowl, and I made a grape strawberry popsicle, and I ate it with a spoon.
Cool, dude.
How does this? Where did this? This is the story you've been teasing for like 4 hours.
Well, I gotta pee.
You're like, I want to tell the Power Ranger story, and it ends with you eating a popsicle. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Jeff.
I was looking forward to that story. I was like, this is gonna be good.
That was
Mighty Morphin Shitty Jobs. Join us next time on Sleepycast. I'm gonna go jack off to photos of my anus that I took when I was a little boy. Goodbye.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, that's enough of everything for tonight. Good night.